Alrighty, welcome back to the Sugar-Free League. It's been a while, been a few weeks because of that Thanksgiving break, but we're ready to go here for another match. This time we got two of the top teams in the league. We've got Akuma Sabers versus LNZRO. It should be a really good one. Obviously, like I said, the top teams in the league, so a very important match. Should be a very competitive one as well. But both teams in the league are 9-3 right now, so and tied for first. Whoever wins this gets first place, as well as head to head is important for potential playoff seedings, and going first is always a big benefit. Like half of the half of the winners have been first place coming out of the regular season, so very important to get that first place seeding. And we're just going through the pro draft this time. Both sides wanted to go ahead and use pro draft just because it makes things a little bit easier for them. Alrighty here. Looks like we've got Akuma on the blue side here, baiting out Kaisa, Rakan, and Syndra there, and then LNZRO on the red side, Rek'Sai, Vladimir, Veigar into a first pick Rise, which has been, before the break, it was very, very common. People really like the Rise, especially with Conqueror. The new Conqueror coming out, people really like it, so makes a lot of sense. The Caitlyn Morgana has spiked in popularity as well, so a pretty common opening, at least in the last like 1 or 2 weeks before the Thanksgiving break that we had. It was pretty much Rise first pick most of the games into Caitlyn Morgana, or sometimes just Caitlyn getting picked up or Morgana for, like, there was a few different things, but usually Rise and Caitlyn Morgana, that bot lane, were a high priority, and those are the two big things people are picking up generally. And then you sometimes would see the Rek'Sai or another aggressive, like, supportive jungler that would gank early and have pressure on the map, like Olaf or Rek'Sai or things like that here. But it looks like we're going to get Karma Zaya is a response to the Caitlyn Morgana, which is interesting because Akuma banned the Rakan, so kind of interesting how that worked out for them. But yeah, they won't get that duo there. Karma pretty underutilized right now, not very common. Oh, okay, never mind. It won't be a Karma. Apparently, they mispicked there, so the Karma is not going to be a Karma. It's going to be a Nautilus instead. So they misclick. And apparently that, yeah. So they'll swap the bot lane pick. It'll be Nautilus Zaya with Caitlyn Morgana up against them. Quick little mistake there in the draft. But interesting how that first played out. Nautilus, in theory, wouldn't be very good in Morgana, but the Dredge line, you can essentially cast almost 2 times before the Black Shield comes off level 1. So the Nautilus Dredge line is about half the cooldown that the Black Shield is. So the Black Shield will be coming up, assuming you cast Dredge line off cooldown, the Black Shield will be coming off cooldown around the same time, though. So there's a big opening, like a long opening, if you do get the Black Shield out of the Morgana to go in again. So kind of interesting how that works now with how they've nerfed the Morgana cooldown there. It really makes things quite difficult on her. But still very, very powerful, especially with that, especially with the Caitlyn, as everyone knows. And now Jarvan. Okay, so Jarvan, and then we got Olaf Zinzao from LNZRO. So clearly focusing on the jungle pool, and then Galio Oriana. So Akuma's focusing on the mid, just the roles each teams know each other don't have yet. Kind of an interesting thing. Kind of interesting to pick up the Jarvan though at that stage in the draft, going for the jungler as opposed to picking up a the mid laner, because you know what their mid laner is. But they feel like the Jarvan is a bit more important here and can pinch that jungle pool of Akuma. And now the Ahri coming through here. So that'll be what's playing into the Rise, is that Ahri and Hecarim for Akuma in the jungle here. So now just looking for top laners from both sides. Akuma have to blind pick their jungler here. LNZRO are going to get a counter pick. Well, this could be, I mean, they're hovering Amumu. I don't think that'll be the pick. I would be very surprised if it was. Now, Amumu got better with Conqueror. However, you're still playing Amumu. So that's probably not a good pick. Will be in Ornn. Pick up here, blind pick Ornn, which I think is one of the better blind pick tanks overall. And now, what do they choose to go into here? There really no top lane bans. I mean, Vladimir, I guess, is, flex pick, but really no top lane bans, and Ornn picked away here. So LNZRO have pretty much their pick of the litter here. And they're going to go with the Kennen here. So they're going to go more for the team fight, not just the side lane up into the Yorn here, but will certainly be a good lane for the Kennen early on and get him into a nice spot here. No Klepto anymore is important to note. No Klepto on the Kennen anymore, so you'd assume we'll be going for the phase rush. Omnistone's kind of a joke. It's a bad rune. I don't think anyone takes it, really, like, because it's so RNG too. Like, it's a fun rune to play with. You know what I mean? Like, it's fun to play with, but yeah, to actually use in like a competitive setting, I think it's pretty bad. Looks like we're just getting ready here, and now I'm gonna breeze through this draft here in the client, and then we'll be on our way into game number 1. Of course, it is best of 3, like all sugar-free matches are. Yeah, it's nice to be back after a long break. There won't be a stream tomorrow on Friday. There will be one on Saturday. So while they go through the bans here, I'll just talk about it. There will be no stream Thursday or Friday or Sunday, I suppose. This day is Thursday. There'll be no stream Friday or Sunday, but there will be one Saturday. Saturday at 9, or 8 rather. Today was 9. So yeah, Saturday at 8 is the only other stream that's going to be happening this week. Zai's only gone around, so they won't be able to do one. And I'm busy Friday and Sunday, so unfortunately I can't do them either. But yeah, gonna get at least 2 matches in this week, which is nice. And so Hecarim, I guess going with Ignite again. That's what some carries hovering. I think the new Conqueror is still pretty good on him. But saw some people going Ghost Town Hecarim the other day. I still think Ignite's better, but to each his own, I guess. And apparently some carry agrees with me here. Ahri with the Ignite, Ryze with the TP. So looking at it actually now across the map, there is a potential for Ryze to split push to work later on in the game. Because there's no one who can really match him very easily. I mean, obviously Ahri can wave clear and sort of sit in the sideline against him. But Ryze pushes waves faster than Ahri. And if he's strong enough, he could potentially threaten to kill her here. And Ryze is just kind of pretty good right now. So I'm thinking that there is a 4-1 setup here that could go well for Akuma. Should note, Gordon, the guy playing top lane, it's actually just their regular top lane or Powder for Akuma. He's just on a different account. I don't know why. But, yeah. It's not a different dude. Something went wrong? Something went wrong with the draft there. It could just be a little bug. I don't know. Or maybe they picked the wrong thing. I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. But whatever it is, we'll just go back in the draft in a second. Yeah, they're just I don't know what they're just waiting to figure out what's going on here. All right, looks like we're ready. Okay, back into the draft we go. Took us a second, but we're back here. Who knew clicking on icons was so hard? Yeah, Akuma gonna be on that blue side here, and LNZRO on the red. So you know, I think Ryze's first pick will be pretty much a constant throughout this series and most series, unless there's balance changes to Ryze or indirectly to him, you know, with runes or whatever. I think Ryze will be continue to be a very high priority pick for everyone, because he could be played in mid lane, top lane. I think he's better in mid right now, but I mean, you can play him top just fine. It's no big deal. And he's just so powerful in the side lane and team fights. You can pretty much do anything in the late game. Certainly there are champions that outrange him and can make his life a little difficult at certain points, but I think he's just very strong right now with the state of the game.
I promise.
But Hecarim making a little bit of a comeback, I have noticed. People kind of just got rid of him for a while. It was like a Lee Sin meta, and with some Olaf and Jarvan sprinkled in, and you know, little bit Gragas. saute that, you know, throw that on top. But Hecker making a comeback. I mean, I don't think he benefits too much from any of the new things in the game really that got added for preseason. I mean, obviously the Cloud Drake, but that's a 1 in 4 chance. You know what I mean? And it's only like on part of the map, so it doesn't really affect him that much. So hopefully we don't screw this up. There we go. Xayah Nautilus locked in here. No Thresh. Pick the Morgana. Oh my god. There we go. We figured it out. So there. We finally figured out the draft. Only took a couple tries. Messed up the pro draft a little and the actual incline draft, but looks like we're ready to go here. Still have to go through the spectator delay, but that'll just be a couple minutes here. And like I said, I think Rise will be a high priority throughout the series and, you know, for everyone in the coming weeks. Caitlyn Morgana, I think Caitlyn with Storm Razor now is really strong as well. I think the most obnoxious thing about Storm Razor is the slow. It's actually pretty annoying. I didn't realize how strong it was. But it's pretty tough to deal with, honestly. Oh, maybe, wait, hold on a second. Is Rise actually going to go top lane here? Or maybe Griffin will play top and Powder will play mid. I don't know. Who knows what they'll do. Looks like Griffin will be playing Ornn. I'd assume you go top lane. I mean, I guess Ornn can play into Ahri. And Rise can play into Kennen. I mean, obviously, Rise into Kennen is better than Ornn into Kennen, but I mean, Ornn, no matter where you put him, he's playing against a ranged champion, a ranged mage champion. So I mean, like, I don't see like either matchup being better. You know what I mean? I feel like in some ways the Ahri matchup is worse. Because especially at level 6, you have no real pressure on her because of her ultimate. But hey, maybe it will be good for them. We'll see. But yeah, just another couple minutes, we'll be ready to hear. So looks like again, Powder is actually the one playing here. Gordon, it's not actually a guy named Gordon. He's just on a different account, and he'll be playing the Rise. It looks like. So we'll see where they go. I would assume that they're not lane swapping. They just want Powder to play the Rise and Griffin to play the Ornn, but we shall see what's going on there. Bot lane should be a pretty difficult matchup for Akuma, but of course, like I talked about, there are openings in the all-ins for the Nautilus Xayah to make some plays, which it's kind of interesting how Nautilus has been such a pivotal pick in the meta for so long, because I remember for a while, everyone just thought he was garbage. Like, nobody would play him. Like, he was played in jungle and top for like a while, and then sometimes support in metas past, but like no one was touching him for a while, and all of a sudden people just started playing him in support and we're like, wow, he's broken. So it's kind of funny how sometimes there are all these champions that'll just be like underrated, and then people just pick them up and be like, oh wait, they're actually like really, really good. Why isn't anyone playing this? So it's like, it's kind of fun when people like pick things up to actually like start breaking the meta. Breaking the meta is a little strong word, but actually find niche picks that are good, you know. I really enjoy that when we get new champions in the game, in the competitive scene of the game anyway. Problem is when you add a new champion to the game that breaks the competitive scene. Like, I think Aphelios is going to be a pretty ridiculous champion. I think the biggest thing for me with Aphelios is that I think he's going to be really hard to watch as a viewer and as an opponent, because unless you play that champion, it is very confusing what's going on with this kit, because you kind of have this problem with him where the visual effects team did such a good job that everything about his kit is so pretty and has so many, you know, effects and different things, right? But it just makes it so confusing. And these are just some of the clips I've seen, but it's so hard to really tell what's going on, just, you know, from me looking at a glance. It's like I don't really know what's happening, you know what I mean? And if you look at champions with similar mechanics, like you look at Heimerdinger and his turrets, it's like pretty clear what's going on. You know, like his turrets are shooting, and then every once in a while there'll be a beam. And obviously, if you don't play Heimerdinger or you don't know what League of Legends is, You don't really know why those beams are happening, but you know those beams are going to deal more damage, and you know those little pew pew from the turrets are going to hurt, but it's going to take a long time to deal damage, and they don't deal as much damage as the beams. In those rockets and the bomb that come out of Heimerdinger, it's like, it's clear what's happening, and you could do that with like every champion. Jarvan, same thing. It's clear what's happening with his kit. Ari, same thing. But, you know, Morgana's a little harder to ascertain what her kit is doing, because unless you've played MOBAs or certain games, you don't really know what a spell shield does. You know what I mean? Why it blocks some stuff and not others. But it's, you know, if you have any experience in MOBAs, it's pretty clear what's happening. It's just that visual clarity that you have that's really nice, which you don't really have on Aphelios. And honestly, a lot of the new champions. I think the new Akali's okay, but her Shroud functions differently than a lot of other stealth abilities. So that's kind of wonky. And, you know, Kiana, it's kind of unclear what's happening with her as well. Sometimes, because when she's picking up like certain terrains, you know, how that affects her abilities. Very cool concept, but it's just like, it's not really clear. And, you know, and just like with all the old champions, it's just like so clear what's going on, and it makes it much easier to view both from an opponent's perspective and from a viewer's perspective. But with these new champions, it's sometimes really, really hard to tell what's really going on. But it looks like we're going to have a 5-point stance here. No crazy invades. And I actually managed to switch the screen here. So I think we're all good. It looks like Ornn will be landing mid lane here. Griffin will be taking the Ornn and going mid. And Powder will be taking the Rise top. So they will pull lane swap here into the Ahri and the Kennen. Klein and Tuller should know that lane swap is happening, considering the Ornn is mid lane at 1 minute, which is kind of late. Usually, you know, the top laner wouldn't set up here in the 5-point stance, but looks like Akuma walking into the side lane brush in the mid lane, and oh no. Oh boy, flashed into the wall, and looks like Brash will go down there. They tried to maybe find a hook into the mid lane onto Axera, but they got caught themselves there. So Akuma trying to make a play level 1, and paying for it. A flash on Nautilus and his death. So first blood going over the Caitlyn. That's a great start for Akuma. Definitely looking to play around this bot lane with their entire draft. And they got the Caitlyn off to a good start, so that's quite nice here. And of course, the new support items coming in: the Relic Shield and the Spellthief's Edge, which actually are not new items, but they're reworked items. And I'm a little conflicted on how they work, because I think having the item upgrade and getting stats for free is kind of an overpowered idea, but they give very few stats, much less than they used to. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I think supports got buffed though this preseason, not massively, but certainly are better than they were previously. And people are complaining that supports are like overpowered. I don't think they're necessarily overpowered, but they are very, very strong and have quite a big impact on the game. As Brash gonna go in here, finds a decent amount of damage, but the Caitlyn able to get a lot back on him after the Aftershock expired. So looks like the junglers both just kind of farming it out here. No ganks early on. Just gonna try and get level 3, level 4, and then make something happen on the map here. But LNZRO, you know, having this great start for your bottom lane is a very good sign for their team. Obviously, first blood, always good. But getting it onto the specific champion you want to is even better here. It won't matter so much right now, but Caitlyn Morgana is supposed to win before first back, and then getting that extra money on your first backs and make that even better and continue that advantage you had here. As Brash gonna miss the hook. Hardstuck's a little far up in lane. Hecarim is here. Black Shield available, as Hardstuck will be okay, but it's a lot of damage onto Joshua. Unfortunately got knocked back towards the turret as some carry couldn't find the angle to actually knock Joshua back towards his team, and they won't find the gank there. Had to use the flash, of course. Joshua needed that one to get the angle to make sure that some carry couldn't push him back, but not dying is certainly quite nice here. Hecarim might make a trip back around here. He's just walked around here, and the hook will land here onto Hardstuck. Flashing away here with a heal, will make it out alive. Some carry getting low here as Axera is here for the counter gank. Jarvan though has to flash away. He's getting low, and now the autos. One more needed. Oh my goodness, the trap is key there though. The keyboarder barely survives, and now, unfortunately, support will go down Brash, his second death. Hard stuck with beautiful traps. Will catch the keyboarder and Brash, and the keyboarder's, was prevented from getting that last auto axe scare needed, and then of course the trap to get the kill on a Brash. Very well done there by Hard stuck. Both sides know that the bottom lane is key. Both sides, putting their junglers down there, and unfortunately for Akuma, Hard stuck and Joshua played that 2 ganks beautifully. And the second one countered there. Didn't really talk about mid lane after we, at least I, I talked about it so much in Champ Select after they swapped the lanes here. But looks like both sides haven't really done much of anything. Pretty much dead even in farm in both those lanes. 31 for Akuma and 29 for lane 0 on both those sides. But now picking up a little bit extra farm as they come up to lane after first backs. Yeah, nothing really going on there. It was all bot lane play here. 35 to about 15. Now 18 CS there for the keyboarder. That's a pretty massive lead here. 2 kills as well. The Caitlyn Morgana lane definitely playing out how you'd hope on the draft. Top grab gonna take him by the Jarvan here. Xgara is got the Conqueror, so should be a tank Jarvan. Will make sense, of course, for the composition. Infernal Dragon, the first one to spawn. Infernal, always good in the past, and still good right now, of course. More AD and AP, never bad, and pretty much everyone uses it from both these sides. But it is not as strong as it used to be here. So still, of course, important to pick up, and the Dragons are easier to take, but it's not the same priority, right? All the Dragons are good now. Stacking those Dragons up is pretty helpful as well for sort of the alternate win conditions of the souls and whatnot. The souls are incredibly strong. We'll get to that later. Yeah, Tooler just having a tough time even doing much damage to Griffin. It's very, very hard to kill him because he's just so tanky. So BF sword to longsword, not a great look for the keyboarder in bot lane. Very hard for them to win a fight, a straight up one. If you find an engage, a priority engage there, you can definitely grab a kill, but a straight up 2v2 with on even footing is very tough to win for Akuma here. Some Fury going to clear to ward, and Griffin going to do the same here. So it looks like Akuma want to set up to try and contest this dragon, or at least prevent a free take from lane 0. But right now, bot lane priority clearly resides with lane 0. So Akuma just playing defensively around the dragon is just kind of the goal, I think, at this stage here. Another minute before that Rift Herald spawns on the top side. It spawns at 8 minutes now. That's the new preseason Rift Herald, and you get it twice. So if you can kill it early enough, it will respawn. About 6 minutes after, 6 minutes after the first one dies. I believe it's after, it's after it dies. So, it takes 20-30 seconds to kill it. So you rarely are you going to get a 16-minute second Herald, but you can get it at 17, 18, 19 minutes. Sometimes delaying the second take of the Herald so you have it for longer is nice too, because you can throw it down when you are trying to take that Baron. Which you could obviously do with the Herald beforehand, but it was, not very often the Herald was just up at 18 minutes and you could take it for free, A lot of times it's taken much before, long before that. So you couldn't actually hold it until the Baron came up here. But, of course, because that bot lane priority lanes here, you can pick with Infernal Dragon real nice and easy. No fuss there. A clear move from Akuma to just say, we can't fight it. We know we can't. We're not going to even try. No one walks over. Thief didn't really look. Now, with the Rift Herald spawning, maybe play here. A lot of people moved over to it, but no one looked to start it up. Both junglers on the top side. Red buffs are spawning for them, though, so it looks like the Hecarim wants to go bot side to take this red buff, and that might be an opening for the Jarvan to grab Rift Herald. However, there is good topside vision here from Akuma. Playing well defensively after a rough start to their bot lane. 78 to 55 is the CS lead there. Top and mid pretty even, jungle pretty even, but bot lane, huge advantage right now. for lane 0 here. And they're trying a little brush cheese here. But we'll be spotted out by Brash. Good ward. Knew they were missing and was like, I'll just ward just in case. They spotted out. Loses the ward, but not dying is pretty good. Some carries here, but gets spotted out in a ward that was just expiring. So great timing on that one. I believe the bets are open, so if you want to place a bet, there's still time. Use the exclamation mark bet command and then the team you want. So AKM for Akuma, LNZRO for lane 0, and the amount of cookies you want to bet on them. There's still time to do that. The betting closes after game number 1 usually, so you can go ahead and toss those in here. Grab yourself a couple points. There's still time. Both these teams are at the the top of the standings. They're tied for first place. And so while lane 0 has gotten a good start here to game 1, hold on, a binding to come through from Josh, and now the stopwatch. Well, he's gonna get bound up, throw out that trap, and good flash away from Josh. The aftershock buying a bit of time, but Axera will get the kill in the end. Flashes out, the Unite ticking down. Joshua feared by some carry. Hardstuck, he's in 3 members, and it looks like a fight for lane 0 that started off so well is actually turning around here. Griffin, won't get that kill. Keyboard will grab it with an auto. Hardstuck needs the blast gun, but some carry in on the chase. Tooler here gonna find the charmer to some carry. Griffin coming in from the side, and Hardstuck will grab the kill here. Good kiting. Meets up with his teammate. Now Griffin in trouble. He's in a pile of 3 members. Keyboarder coming in to try and support, but Griffin dashing out towards the enemy base, and will go down. Hardstuck with another kill. So while it looked like Hardstuck might die in that fiasco that was that fight, he ends up coming out with 4 kills and survives throughout the entirety of that one. And now lane 0 have a commanding lead, especially in that bot lane. Now Keyboarder got 1 kill back, but he's still down over 20 CS and now 3 kills and an assist. So that's not great for them, but at least Akuma got something back there. 1 kill and alleviated some pressure on the map for the time being. Although, hold on, Klein flashing in, and that'll be a solo kill on the top side. Powder caught with his pants down, backing in the shop maybe, and he goes down. Brash clearing out the minions here. Keyboarder finally comes back, but the CS lead has continued to extend here as Hardstuck with... he's actually going in. Oh my gosh, Keyboard flashing forward with the autos. Will find the kill, and now a second one onto Joshua. A double kill. The spell shoot a bit late. They find the hook on Hardstuck and grab the kill. Keyboarder comes back to lane with an item advantage because Hardstuck pushed in the wave and got greedy, staying. He had 3,100 gold. He could have gone back and bought an Infinity Edge and Berserker Greaves, which he does now. But he stayed in lane too long, and then Keyboarder comes back with an item advantage, BF Sword and Caulfield's Warhammer. And we'll find a double kill there with a nice setup from Brash, who grabs that hook. And now this is actually a much closer game here. A big shutdown now. Keyboarder with 3 kills. He completes his Essence Reaver on this back. And while he's still down in items, down in gold, you can see the difference, a couple hundred there. But he's actually much more competitive than he was a couple minutes ago now, and the rest of the lane's faring quite well in the jungle, for the game. And this Akuma is actually back in this one. Only 1,000 gold down here. Good hook from Brash, gonna find Hardstuck once again, and some carry will grab that kill. A nice pick onto the 80 carry here. No Morgana there to save her. We'll have a charm land in the mid lane. Griffin, though, he's again so tanky. Already got a Negatron cloak and a catalyst. Have the dragon spawning here in the bot side river. The mountain one here is Joshua coming in for a gank in the mid lane. Tooler putting a lot of damage on the Griffin. The charm and the bind gonna land here. Now Joshua, he's thrown down the soul shackles. Griffin will get stunned up, and down he goes to Tooler. So they get a kill in mid lane. The dragon is being started up by Akuma. Here comes, my Flag Dragon. Axera grabs the steal. He's the same level, but he's able to outsmite some carry there. That's a big win. They get the kill in mid lane. Outnumbered at the dragon, but a fantastic steal by the Jarvan. Well done there. Will be the Ocean Soul, so the extra brushes will come online. No champions really benefit crazy amounts from that, but extra catches there. Much harder to face check certain parts of the map, so the Kennen team can benefit from that sometimes. And just jumping onto someone, or a lot of someones with that lightning raining down upon them. 14 minutes in, planes have fallen. We've got the Ocean Drake here, so the map has changed. The topography of it. The structure's a bit weaker. But we have a very competitive game going on. Only 800 gold separates these teams. Gordon now face-checking a brush in the river. Cataclysm, lightning, and that is a dead rise here. Second time this game. He's gone down both times a little scarcely, to be honest there. Powder has overextended a few times. Backed in somewhere he shouldn't have. Face-checked a brush he shouldn't have, and now... Well, it's a bit harsh to say he shouldn't have, because he didn't really know where the Jarvan was. He thought he was on the top side of the map, I think. And so he's like, oh, I'll place a ward. And he just face-checked the brush that Jarvan was already in. So a little harsh to say he shouldn't have face-checked that one, but... was a little risky. Even in CS, though, in the top lane. Both those guys doing a good job last hitting. And gold, again, only 1,000 apart here. Griffin has found Tooler in the jungle. Charm will land, but Griffin only taking a small dent from that. So yeah, it wasn't Infinity Edge from the Caitlyn, it was, or Storm Razor from the Caitlyn, it was actually Infinity Edge. I've been seeing a lot of Caitlyn's go Storm Razor recently. Not sure what the pros consensus is at the moment, but some carry going in now. He's gonna get bounded by Soul Shackles with Charm. Everything lands onto some carry. Downhill go. Joshua flashing away. Still gets knocked up, but we'll make it out. 1 for 0 pick, though they do use a lot of cooldowns. Looks like it could be an invade onto the red buff. 4 lane 0. Xera gonna steal that one away. So nice pick there onto the Hecarim. Will be the Warrior Triforce. So a very squishy Hecarim right now at this stage in the game. Does a lot of damage, but so much burst coming through from lane 0 means that surviving that initial burst and then healing up with Conquer and stuff is difficult here. A good buffer from Griffin there, using the unstoppability of his W to make it out from that charm, but may need to cede control in the mid lane here, continue to get pushed in. I still think a very interesting decision to put the Ornn in the mid lane, as Brash gonna find the hook here onto Joshua. Now the knock-up gonna come through as well. Hardstuck's in a bit of trouble, flashing out. Heal still available, he'll use it now, but already a ton of damage coming through. Hardstuck goes down, another kill. Oh, in the mid lane, Griffin, the Ignite. Oh, it'll be a trade kill, 1 for 1 there. Griffin and Tooler gonna trade kills, and Tooler diving between onto the inhibitor turret. But a big win there for Akuma in the bot lane. A good gank comes through. Brash starts off with another good hook, and then Keyboarder once again coming through. He hasn't died this game. He's done a good job. And the first turret will go over to that Akuma bot lane, which is not something you would have expected. You know, in Champ Select, after the first blood, after the first couple minutes of this game here. Powder will get out in the top side as Xera is here, proxying the minions. And he got out, but the TP gonna come through. Gordon, or Powder rather, decides he wants to defend the turret. Realm Work gonna come through. Griffin will not make it in, but the Cat's gonna come through. Powder flashes out. Already the jungler down for Akuma, but Griffin coming in. The Call of Forge got used, not to much avail here, as Klein and Xera will get out, and the turret will go down to the Rift Herald. So a bit of a sloppy rotation. Not a sloppy rotation. Good rotation was good, but a sloppy engage there from Akuma. Can't find a win even with a man advantage here. Brash gonna flash over the wall. The charm lands. Fine here, no ultimate. Will throw the damage over the wall. Tooler dashing and gets knocked up by Griffin here. Tooler gonna go ahead into the zonies here. Brash bound up. Down you go. Griffin will make it out as a 4-man play topside. Only Heartstuck not making the rotation, and lane 0 respond with many members and will win that fight here. A lot of people low though, so maybe no move will come over to the dragon here. It is the Ocean Dragon. So a lot of sustain in lane 0's future if they can grab that one. Neither side's really too big on poke. I mean, Caitlyn is nice for poke. Playing around the turrets with the trap and stuff can be meaningful, but there's no Zoe, there's no Nidalee or, I don't know, any other champions like that. Unfortunately, there is no updated UI in the preseason for the dragons. So you can't actually see the dragons that have been taken this game. That's kind of unfortunate, but there have been 3 dragons taken here. So that's nice. I believe, can we tell if they have it? Gold quest. Yes. Or no, we can't. We can't see if they have the soul or not. Unfortunately. So yeah, the Spectre UI needs to be updated with the new dragons, but there have been 3 taken in this game. Got a Baron spawning soon, of course. They got the Ornn here in the bot lane, but he's the one without TP. Powder on the rise actually has the TP, but he's top lane, so kind of interesting. I guess it doesn't really matter. You're not expecting them to take the Baron at 20 minutes. Second BF sword here for the Caitlyn. So going straight into Essence Reaver. Jeweler coming in. Oh, misses the Charm. Good ultimate there from the keyboarder. Flash out. Oh, there. The attempted execution from the Caitlyn. Going to get blocked there by Brash. A really nice play there by the keyboarder. Using a Feather Storm defensively there, and we'll make it out. How to use the flash as well, but getting picked there could have been pretty bad. Lose mid tower for sure. Yeah, or potentially the Baron, who knows. I would assume they just go for mid tower though. Griffin looking, and then Brash not gonna hit the hook. There is big engage potential between Brash and Griffin here for Akuma. Very, very long range engage potential for them. And if they catch one person, it's pretty much lights out, you know, without a black shield. Even with it, potentially, if there's not enough people around. Now Griffin wave clearing in the mid lane. I don't know if he's the one you want doing that, but keyboarder will come in. Call the Forge God, gonna go down. We'll land here onto the Jarvan on the left side of your screen. Xgara, and he's a Cataclysm. Some carry will charge out over that one. And it looks like the engage might fizzle out with the Realm Warp going down here. Xgara in the jungle here. The team for LNZRO is incredibly split up. Keyboard is actually walking next back there, but he doesn't see him. They might interrupt it. Still a couple seconds on the back, and they will find him in the end. Tries to dash out here, but Griffin gonna knock him up despite the flash charm. Gonna land here on the Griffin. Some carry going into the backline, hops back out here. Brash coming in from the side, but Tuller has gone a bit too deep. Doesn't have the support of his team. Will find the kill though onto Some carry. Now Brash in the backline will find the knock on the hard stuck. Tuller gonna get out on that side here. Keyboarder putting on the damage. Blinds Lightning will find another kill there as Hardstuck firing away in the backline. Klein gonna go down there. Keyboarder will get one back here. 3-on-3. 2 deaths on both sides, but neither side comes out triumphant there. Akuma pushing in now. Hardstuck and Tuller here to defend. Actually, excuse me, 3 kills. So Akuma did win, but barely. Neither side really getting off the fight. I'm really bad at counting, unfortunately. Unlucky brain. So no, Kaelin goes Storm Razor. What? Interesting. So he went Storm Razor second. He went Infinity Edge first into Storm Razor. That's really interesting. I guess Storm Razor isn't necessarily a first item every time because it does have that 25% crit chance, so you can go at second if you're building crit. Just kind of interesting though, the Caitlyn went Storm Razor second to me. But I don't play Caitlyn, so I don't know. Kind of interesting though. 5-0-3 here on the Xayah as the keyboard playing a really nice game here. Still down to the Caitlyn. 176 CS to 215. So the keyboard, he has done a good job, but obviously put in a bit of a rough position because of the way the game has played out, especially after the draft that was, you know, designed to give a winning bot lane for LNZRO here. But the Caitlyn has died 3 times, 5, 3, and 3. Both AD carriers have a shutdown on their heads, but the keyboard is slightly bigger, as he hasn't died as recently. And actually has slightly more gold. But not as much as the actual bounty was. Here comes the call. The Forge God gonna miss here as Brash gonna just barely survive here. Now, a dash out from some carriers. He takes a lot of damage here. Josh will find the binding, but he's all alone on that side of the fight. Lane Zero are completely split up here. Griffin, he's staying up in the front line. He'll get knocked up, and he'll go down. Some carry, though, finds a kill on the other side of the fight. Hardstock's actually in the front line for his team here. He's going to flash out of the wall. Will survive. Fine coming in from the backside here. Brash flashes away. The keyboarder now in trouble here as Axcara comes in from the backside. He'll find the kill here, and that'll be a one team fight for the side of Lane Zero. That'll be an Ocean Drake as well. The Rai is going to survive and be able to back out, and the Ocean Soul will go over. Actually, you can see the Ocean Soul. Ah, okay. Never mind, I'm trolling. And over to Baron they will go. Looks like it should be pretty easy to take for them. We got a decent amount of health and tankiness, so not surprising here. You have all the outer turrets taken down on the map right now. So it'll just be sieges on the inners this time around for Lane Zero. Akuma have decent wave clear with the Rise Xayah combo. Pretty good. And Ornn can wave clear as well, decently. But they don't have a ton of range. Rise and Xayah both have limited range with their wave clear. So that is a bit of a concern. Ornn as well, of course. So actually, being able to survive a siege from a Caitlyn is a bit tough here. Keyboarder slowed up. Gonna have to flash out. Dodging the charm here, but a lot of damage coming down. The Caitlyn Max carry gonna find the kill. That's a big pick on AD carry. Keyboarder down. TP coming through. Call the Forge God. Finds one knockup. Decline is joined. It's a 5-man unit in the mid lane here. In Lane Zero have already struck. Finding a pick on the enemy carry this early in Baron. That's going to be an inhib turret, you'd assume. Traps getting placed down here. Inhib going to go down as well. Let's see if they back out. They will do so and go ahead and move bot side. Going for the end there was definitely a bit greedy. Thought they might look for Nexus turrets, though. But nope, they're going to play it safe. Go ahead and go bot lane here. Make the standard rotation as opposed to getting greedy. Like the move. 3-item Xayah, but no defensive capabilities there. Down a flash now as well for the next fight. And the siege will begin on the bot side here. Keyboarder again has limited range. The feathers don't even get out to those caster minions. They will clear out the caster minions now with the help from Griffin. Cannon will die soon as well. Rise going to grab that one over the wall, but the inhib turret will fall. Down it goes. Now we are looking at an inhib take, potentially. Will go down. So it's 2 inhibs here on the Baron. You call it a success, and they've still got a bit of time. Quick back come through, and you can maybe move topside here with a little bit of time left on your Baron buff. It's only about halfway done, I believe. I don't know, the chat's blocking a little bit, but have a bit of time left on that. The Caitlyn now very, very strong. Looks like it'll be going for Guardian Angel next here. 3 item upgrades on the Ornn, but that's not making up the difference, really, in terms of gold right now. The effective gold lead isn't massive, but it is still there for Lane Zero. And their team fights have just looked a bit better here at this stage. Now, Powder will use the Realm Warp to get out, so he should survive here, although Asenal going to come through. Cooler dashing in, misses that charm. Gordon there with the Powder with the shield here. The sustain is nice so far, but Brash misses that hook, trying to walk back out now. And now Axcara over the wall, finds a knock on Brash. The dredge line will make it out. And looks like the Xayah was pushing the waves in the bot side here, so that will buy a bit of time, but they should definitely lose this inner turret here in the top lane. No doubt about that. And now we look onto this inhibitor turret. Griffin again trying to help out with some of the wave clear duties, but he's going to get charmed up. X-Hero going in. He's going to find a lot of damage here. Griffin goes down to the headshots of Caitlyn. In the backline, big fear there from some carry, but all 5 members left alive here for Lane Zero. And 2 already dead for Akuma. This looks to be the end of game 1 coming through shortly. As Lane Zero continue to march into the enemy base and should be ushering these minions in shortly. Bot lane will take a while to get here, but mid lane should join soon. The super is marching in. There are 20 seconds there on the respawn of the Ornn. And with this super wave, as Klein going in, big flash. He's going to find 3-man stun. Already AKM dead. Powder left alive. Brash comes back. And, well, they can survive in Fountain maybe, but a big play from Klein to assure the victory there for Lane Zero here in game 1. 3 members left alive, but no real damage, just Powder there on the rise. As more fighting will break out, but the Nexus dies before anyone else can. And that'll be game 1 there. Over to the side of Lane Zero. Gonna take the win there on the red side. So we'll get first pick there in game number 2 and be up 1-0. Nicely done from them. Akuma, they recovered well, though, after a rough start, for sure. Had first blood go over and a flash on their support, and then they had another kill there in the bot lane. Just kind of a rough start to the game for them. But they recovered quite well, and the keyboarder had quite a good game, I think, on the Xayah as well. 5-on-3 at one point, but then the game kind of went a little off the rails for them at the team fighting portion there at the later stages. They had quite a few skirmishes where they actually fared quite well. But we're going to take a short break here. Should be back for game number 2 in just a couple minutes, so stick around. We'll get into pro draft probably in the next couple seconds, so yeah. All right, we're back. Game number 2, Champ Select, Pro Draft anyway. And we got Rek'Sai Vladimir here for Lane Zero. Akuma banning away the Kai'Sa Syndra. Yeah, Lane Zero going to grab the first pick here. So you'd assume Rise pick, but we could see something else. Tular's a pretty decent champ pool, I think. And certainly the Rise in his wheelhouse if he wants to. Uh, but the Rise ban gonna come through anyway, as I was saying that. So no chance this time around yet. Kai'Sa, Syndra, Rise, and Veigar here. So a lot of focus on the mid lane, and a lot of these powerful mages in the meta right now. And then Rek'Sai and Kai'Sa there. So obviously standard 80 carry and a powerful jungler. I think Rek'Sai a little, I don't know if too highly valued, but a little bit, I would say, I don't think he's worthy of a ban in first rotation, but maybe that's just my opinion. Or perhaps LNZRO just want to pick a jungler that is not constantly under threat from the Rek'Sai here. Morgana first pick now that Ryze has been banned. Caitlyn going to be picked away by Akuma. This could set up some decent lanes. I mean, Karma or other mages could be good into Morgana bot lane, because Morgana is generally good at playing into like the engage supports, but some of the range supports can actually make her life kind of difficult. Your Jarvan going to be grabbed there from Akuma, so they're going back to what worked for the enemy team last game, and this time around LNZRO going to grab the Morgana like they did last game, but also the Xayah, which Akuma grabbed last game. So both teams taking things from each other. And now we're going to get the Senna here. First game I think I've seen of Senna. I think it is in the Sugar Free League. No. We've seen one game of Senna so far. Echo has been played again sparingly in the jungle, but could be in the mid lane as well. A flexible pick at this stage in the draft. Kennen going to be banned here by Akuma. LNZRO now on the ball. And they're going to go for the Ornn ban here, which I didn't feel like was that great in game number one. Matching up mid lane against the Ahri seemed weird. I mean, the laning phase didn't go terrible, but it didn't go well, I thought. Galio, Kennen, Olaf gonna be the other three bans. Now we get Orianna from Akuma here, so a lot of potential with the Orianna Jarvan combo. And now LNZRO here can put the Echo in the mid lane if they want to. I think that's a decent matchup. But they could also just throw him jungle and pick something else into the Orianna. I've seen some Zed be pulled out by Tuller before. Decent matchup in the Orianna. Struggle in the first couple levels, but that's kind of how ranged into melee matchups work in general. So yeah, can be a bit of a problem. Sylas is getting grabbed here. You'd think that it'll be a Sylas gangplank now in the Soul lanes and Echo jungle. Sylas has been played jungle as well, of course, but I think, to me, if I'm drafting Echo Sylas, I'd rather play Echo in the jungle, personally. But the GP blind pick here, Akuma went for the Ornn blind pick, and then they went to swap between their Soul laners last time. But this Camille getting picked in the gangplank, that's definitely a rough matchup. Not terrible for the gangplank, but the all-in is very, very scary to me. Obviously, the orange is there to cleanse the stun, but if you get pushed up in the lane, if you're past the halfway mark, you can get run down by the Camille pretty easily. If you're don't, especially if you don't take a laning keystone like Grasp. But with the removal of Klepto, you'd probably will take Grasp here. But looks like no problems with this pro draft. Everyone picked the right things, and we're gonna be on our way here. Whoa, a quick hold up apparently. The jungler's cat's on fire. Yeah, there's some people are complaining about the chat bug too. There's a chat bug right now on the client where if you click into the chat, like the chat bar, like type into it, it like removes the bottom message. So you can't see it. I don't know why. Little problems with the client here, but Should be starting up pretty soon. All right, swap over the client here, and yeah, there we go. Lane 0 here with the first pick. The Rise bands, they opt for the Morgana here, and now one of the Caitlyn Morgana, but certainly should have a strong bot lane, I think, overall.
I'm absolutely livid.
People fear what they cannot understand. Your commands tire me!
So I haven't seen a GP in a while. Was played in Worlds a little bit, but I haven't seen the Sugar Free League in a while. And we'll be into the Camille. So two champions that have like been on the fringe, but not really played too often. GP a bit more so. So we'll be Jungle Echo in Sylas in the mid lane there, into the Orianna. I think Echo Sylas is an incredibly strong 2v2 in the early game. They are melee, which can be a problem, but they got a ton of mobility, ton of dashes, and that 2v2 into Jarvan Orianna I think can be really, really good, even past level 6, because Sylas stealing the Cataclysm or the Shockwave, huge. Echo and Sylas can both dodge the Cataclysm and the Shockwave. They can get out of both those abilities, so I think it's a really strong 2v2. Obviously, it's you know, AP, but you can't stack AP. You know, Jarvan and Orianna don't really have build pass in the early game, especially jungle Jarvan, to actually build any sort of magic resist, really. They can get Merc Tread maybe, but then you get screwed over by the GP later on. So, kind of a difficult situation to deal with. I think a really interesting draft put together here by Lane 0. I think can be really strong, and you can win this game through your mid-jungle duo. If Tula and Akthera are really proficient on this champion, they're going to be really powerful there. But it is tricky to execute because you're you know, dual melee there, which can be problematic in the 2v2. Again, I'm gonna have to go through the spectator delay, but we've got quite an interesting game ahead of us here after the spectator delay, because we've got a Senna, which we haven't seen too often in Sugar Free League, a Gangplank versus Camille matchup, which has been common in the past, but not as much recently. We'll see if they break out any new keystones for us here, but should be an interesting matchup in the bot lane for sure. Xayah Morgana, Caitlyn, Senna, I think will be an interesting lane, and the Echo Sylas, you know, Orianna Jarvan is Resident Sleeper, but Echo Sylas is going to be pretty exciting into the Orianna Jarvan. I think if we ever get a 2v2 between mid-jungle here, I think it'll be incredibly interesting to see how that plays out, because that should be a really, really you know, action-packed fight between those guys. And a lot of skill expression, I think. You know, obviously Sylas and is a newer champion. There's so much going on in this kit. Very, very powerful champion, and ridiculous amounts of mobility. But playing all these different champions and how they interact with each other, having to track each other's cooldowns and playing around the, you know, stuns that could come through the CC, just playing that fight, that 2v2, I think is going to be, it's very, very tricky, very tough from both sides, but you're going to see a lot of cool plays from both those, you know, both teams in those 2v2s, because there's just a lot going on, a lot of stuff to track, but also huge potential to make big plays and just win it. You know, with a big stuff, and there's so much counterplay with the dashes and avoiding key abilities. Level 6, but also before that is going to be really interesting to see how that plays out. So Gonna be a really cool game, I think. If we get a big fight between those guys, but also bot lane should be entertaining. I think the least entertaining lane is probably gonna be top lane because GP is gonna be just want to play defensive and farm, but maybe the Camille can get aggressive and Powder will find a kill there, or even Klein can pull one out. If you overstep the GP can certainly kill you. Like if you overstep and you get hit by some barrel combos and things, you can go down. So we'll see. Should be a pretty exciting game too. Again, LNZRO versus Akuma, a big series because both these teams are 9-3 right now, and they are at the top of the standings here, tied for first place. So whoever wins this gets first place, by themselves, standalone. But they also get a head-to-head winner. The sole first place going forward, but also the head-to-head. So that way, when you come playoff time, even if you lose one more game than the other team does the rest of the season, or one more series, you actually get in first place or ahead of them, or whatever happens, right? So this is a really, really big series, just in general, getting an extra win, being at the top of the standings, but getting this head-to-head super, super crucial here. So Akuma got to come back in this one for sure, and LNZRO just want to close this one out with a nice clean 2-0. And yeah, going to be a really, really great series. I think game 1 was really awesome to see how Akuma battled back as well. They weren't able to actually recover all the way and win the game, but they got it pretty even. They were within a couple hundred gold, and then 1 or 2 fights and things kind of fell apart for them. But they came back from a really rough situation. 2 deaths early on their support. Rough first blood before minion spawn. That's how it goes. And they battled back, had a very nice mid game, and then just kind of lost when Baron started spawning. But hey, it was a nice effort there, and it made it a very entertaining game. And unfortunately, they don't get anything from it because they still lost, and it's 1-0 in the series. But the mental's still there, I'd assume. So now it looks like we're going in game, loading in, and we should be ready in just a few minutes. Or just a few seconds, rather. Shouldn't take a whole minute. But game 2 coming soon here. We're just on the loading screen now. And we'll get all these labels fixed up here with the sizes, and then we'll be good to go. If you do want to see the standings, I've just been telling you guys about them. You can go see the standings on the website at sugar-freeleague.com. It's got the standings, rosters, everything you need. And yeah, find those there. And that way you don't have to listen to my updates on them. You can just go see them for yourselves. And yeah, we've loaded in, but sometimes it takes a second to start, so the gameplay will have to start soon. If you do want to support, Sub apparently doesn't like the Team Trees nonprofit, but if you do want to support the Team Trees nonprofit, we'd appreciate it. Giving to charity is a good thing, I've heard, so you can go ahead and do that, and that'd be cool. You can see it in the chat there. You got information, I believe, below the stream. Do we have that? No, Fallen didn't update it for the Team Trees, but you can Google it, find that. If you want to support us, there's links to do that. You can donate directly to us, or you can use, we have some affiliate links, which should be in the chat somewhere. I can get, yeah, Humble. You can use the Humble bundle. You can get that, our affiliate link there, as well as you can find our Discord below the stream and things. So all that information's there if you guys want to find it. Thanks for tuning in, watching. I appreciate it. I know all the Sugar-Free League guys do, the players do, the staff does. So it's really awesome. People come out and watch us with our terrible production and casting. So thank you very much. And it's always entertaining to see the sub tilted. I find anyway. Yeah, Jungle Echo here. You actually start W on Jungle Echo. I don't know if people aren't familiar why. There's actually a passive on the W that does more damage on your auto attacks when the thing's on low health. You also get, obviously the shield and the stun on the buff, so that's nice. But yeah, you start W on Jungle Echo, which is kind of counterintuitive. It's not usually an ability to think you'd start. But yeah, you go W, then Q, and then E usually. So it's actually kind of hard to fight at level 2 with Echo. You can start Q and then take E level 2 and then be able to fight, but with the way the jungle is right now, you don't really need to do that. You can just take the W, farm to 3, and then fight, because you get 3 off of any 3 camps now. Well, any 2 camps and a buff, I believe. I'm not sure if you can get it off non-buff camps. I'd have to test that. I'm not exactly sure actually. But everyone would take a buff in the first 3 camps anyway, so I don't know why you wouldn't. Unless you get really screwed over by the enemy jungler, I guess. Your audio quality is better than the Phoenix Rising League. I think the reason my audio is better than the Phoenix Rising League is I can actually test this because I cast for them sometimes. The reason my quality is better is because all my stuff is like through my computer directly. So like I talk into my mic, and my mic is directly connected to my computer in the OBS. Phoenix Rising League, the way they do it, because they don't have like a big production budget and like special software and stuff, they use all their like audio off Discord. So all their audio is off Discord, and the audio is like being taken off the desktop audio input. So it's like it's kind of tough. But Tooler now gonna get into a fight here with Some Carry. XR coming in to support. Some Carry flashing away. The third auto will come in, and now the first blood for the Echo. Talking about those 2v2s in the champ select, and there we go. And XR and Tooler come out on top that time around. Griffin, all he can do is watch his jungler go down. Yeah, all Phoenix Rising League's audio is off Discord, so it's just that second-hand like audio. Whenever you run video or audio through some sort of thing, you screen record something with some sort of software, it's always just going to degrade in quality. So that's why it's worse. Yeah, I mean like they have pretty good visual like packages though, like visual effects stuff, which I don't have the expertise to make. So I'm sure I could learn if I spent time doing it, but yeah, it would take a lot of time, and I'm not prepared to commit to that here. So we get a play in bot lane here. Ours not getting very low, but Brash, he's walked forward. Ignite, not going to find the kill this time around. Heal and Ignite exchange there. GP actually struggling here in CS. But he's holding his own, at least for now. As he's actually trading up in health at the moment. As XR comes in mid lane, just trying to shove in the wave here, get it back for the Silas. Jarvan on the bot side here. Won't find any camps. There's Krugs up, but he doesn't know that. Didn't walk over, I don't think. Yeah, I'm actually... Thing is, if you're somewhere else, right? If you're not in the same place, right? You can't have just mics hooked up to a computer, and you broadcast off that. How do you actually get good audio quality? Like, I don't really know. I'd assume there's some sort of special program you could use, or like somehow feed it directly in the OBS. Maybe? I don't know. I'd have to look into that. But like when I cast with people in the Sugar Free League, I do it off Discord as well, because like I have no idea how you would do that, to be honest. But there are some, there's a few things you can do to make the quality a little better, but sometimes you're just working with what you're working with, There's not much you can do. But Gordon Powder going in, Some Carry in with the gank. Klein has the ultimate, but he's running low on mana here. One grass proc, flash over the wall, as Tooler going in onto Griffin here, gonna steal a shockwave. And we'll whiff on it. I see her coming in with a gank, but Griffin will do a great job dodging that one, and so will Klein. He got out with that flash over the wall. Well done from him. And speaking of new runes, Powder did go for the Conqueror there on the Camille. So he is making use of that new rune. But not really... I wouldn't say it's the best thing on Camille. maybe the best room. But what I mean by the, like, I guess that's a weird way of saying it. I don't think it's the best. It's not like super overpowered or anything. Like Conqueror on Cassiopeia and Rise and a few other champions isn't ridiculously powerful. And Conqueror is good on Camille, but it's not like the same effectiveness that you get from those other champions. They just utilize it so much better, you know? Like it's just overpowered on them, whereas some of the champions are just like, it's good, but it's not broken or anything, so. Yeah, it kind of sucks when you're a champion that just doesn't have as good a keystone as others. That's why having a wide variety is nice, but a lot of times, good block there by Joshua. Almost dies to acing the whole. Hardstuck and Joshua are very low right now underneath his turret. The keyboarder actually might go in. The root gonna land here. Keyboarder. Oh, Pillar Peacemaker, some carry. Gonna grab that as well. Good binding by Joshua. He'll find some carry as TP comes through from Klein, but he's not there in time to grab the kill. A really nice play by Joshua to bind up some carry there as he went in underneath that turret. They grabbed the kill. Griffin and Tuller, they both have ultimates, but Tuller can't steal Griffin's again, so he won't be able to match that. Xgara going to grab a red buff and then make his way back out here. GP walking back to lane after TP bot lane now. Shockwave actually going to land. Tuller, low, Knight, not going to find the kill just yet. Xgara though with a gank in the top side. Powder will just take that and walk away. Xgara doesn't quite have the damage yet. Doesn't have the Runic Echoes. Hasn't backed to purchase that yet. So it's kind of tough. Good binding in a lane there from Joshua. Hardstuck gonna walk forward, but already used all his abilities on the wave to try and shove that one in. Didn't have any follow-up there. Following though this time around, much more competitive. Obviously one kill has already come through, but the CS pretty much dead even. Mid lane, the CS a big advantage right now for the Orianna. Griffin doing a great job. He played Ornn game 1, but this Orianna in game number 2, he's got over 2 waves of CS, or basically 2 waves of CS right now in the advantage. As Hardstuck, oh, he auto the blast cone. Some carry get knocked over, but now the flying drag lands on a Hardstuck. TP coming through, and now a Hardstuck. I don't know what he was thinking. Good pull back. Oh no, they'll both go down. I thought maybe there was gonna be a kill on a some carry, but not quite enough, and the bot lane will die. But Tuller now, he's in 1v5. Flying drag flashed away from by Tuller. The ace in the hole, gonna find a lot of damage, and Powder will get the kill there with the leg sweep. 5 versus 1. Tuller didn't know what happened to him. And now the Cloud Drake will be started up by Akuma. In that, they should grab that, no contest. Xgara not even anywhere near it. In fact, Griffin zoning him away here. Klein and Powder are fighting here, and this is the thing I was talking about. You can get run down across, you know, if you get in too long of a lane, the Camille can kind of run you down. Especially with kegs expiring so much faster, it's hard to set them up behind you to run away to. But a bigger goal lead now in game 1, or game number 2, than we had in game 1 at certain points. 16.3 to 15, so over 1,000 gold in the lead right now. The advantage though is not as big in one spot. In game number 1, there's a huge lead in bot lane, but now the lead is more evenly, you know, dispersed across the different positions. Still, the Caitlyn is up significantly on the enemy carry, but not as massively as she was in game 1. Here as Tuller gonna find the engage here on a Powder here, flashes away. The Cannon Barrage gonna slow her up, and now the kill will come through for Klein. Crashes here, some carry as well, comes over the wall, he'll grab the kill. That's just good this time on the Jarvan, that damage coming into handy. Alongside that Warrior here, and now flash away from Klein after he got dunked by that Cataclysm. Joshua trying to make a dive happen there on Xgara, but Keyboarder will get away there with the 90 caliber net. Turret, though, will take a beating here. A couple plates knocked out, but the mini wave will die, and the next plating will not fall. Just an auto or 2 left, but they can't quite find it. Yeah, 69 to 103 the CS. Jeez, Cooler's way down, but he's going in. Exhaust gonna come through here. Pulled back. with the shockwave, and Griffin will find the solo kill. Axeric comes in. He's looking for the response kill here. He's down 3 levels, but he's running, landing these auto attacks. Will finally find the kill. Some carry though, he's picking up the Rift Gel. He might die to Axeric. He will too. He got low from the Rift Gel, and down he goes. Well, that's kind of just a gift of a kill, huh? Just killed the mid laner, ran through the river, and found the jungler as well. Peacemaker will miss. A good sidestep there from Archstock. Joshua, though, not as lucky. Needs a bit of damage here. Xkera coming through their gank in the top side. Powder gonna get stunned up. Down he goes. Xkera beautifully played on that gank. Klein with a great engage on that fight and then baited Powder in. Another couple minutes on the Dragon, and another couple minutes on the Rift Herald as well. So no neutral objectives here for us, but Xkera has made a lot of plays around the map so far. He's been very, very active. Ultimate gonna be dropped here from Crash. Didn't really do a lot of damage though. Not a lot of AD behind that yet, or stats of any kind. Went for the early mobility boost, so invested a lot into movement speed there. Some carry and Tool are now fighting each other in the brush, in the tri-brush here by the bot lane. They will both back off though. Some carry gonna drop the Rift Herald here in the bot lane. The charge, Shelly gonna get a charge here. Tool are gonna steal the ultimate of Some carry. Passing the ult for him. TP's coming through. Ult back from Xkera, and it looks like it'll be a disengage this time here as the GP and Camille did not make their way down. TP available for the GP as well as the ultimate. So he could potentially make a global play. But LNZRO decide not to commit to the engage. Right now for LNZRO, their GP and... Oh, hold on. Xkera not going to grab the kill on a Some carry. Hops over the wall. 2 level advantage right now in the jungle. But the... top and jungle right now are incredibly strong for LNZRO. The problem is their bot lane and mid lane are not. I mean, bot lane is a bit stronger than Tooler is right now, but he's 0-3 down like 50 CS or 40 CS. Blue buff. Xkera gonna grab it, but he's gonna die. No ultimate was rooted there, so no chance for escape. That's a big shutdown though. That's a lot of gold there, almost 900. But doing the math right? No, 700. 700 gold. Got the blue buff, but died for it, so I don't think worth. Will be a Thality being built by the Senna. Could be the cheaper one, so she can clear out some wards and get some, decent damage. But you don't get a CDR until you complete the item, so... Archstock gonna take the worst end of that trade. Ace in the hole. He canceled out by the Featherstorm there. I'm not sure if that would have killed. I think it would have. Because she has Stormrazor, which is a lot of AD. This time, though, it's Stormrazor first from the Caitlyn. Kind of interesting. Maybe just the way the gold worked out. Incentivized Infinity Edge first last game. As Tooler now caught. Gonna get rooted up. Shockwave lands. Down he goes. Griffin with the kill. With help from Brash there. And now, down the mountain goes. Ocean coming up next here. Will be a second Ocean in a row. So, second Ocean, like, on the map here. We get the extra brushes. So, this is the second time we've gotten one in this series. Kind of cool. But also would have liked to see another one. No Rengars or anything crazy. No Iverns to, say hello to some new brushes and enjoy those, but I guess Ivern now doesn't care about brushes because he's ranged no matter what. Poor Ivern. Everyone hates Ivern, man. Oh, in the brush, a little bit of cheesier from Klein, but Powder fires back, flashes into the brush. Klein trying to run away. Ultimate gonna miss there. Klein had to flash it looks like. And Powder will just run away here as Xkera giving chase. Some carry now in the tri-brush will bound up As Xkera, he actually dashes into him. Xkera with a ton of damage on there, and Roof will find the kill. Roof from Brash will not come through. Ult back from Xkera. Didn't know that no one else was there, but he decided not to get rooted and just ulted. Oh! Ult in the fountain by the GP trying to kill the Camille. Will not be able to do so. A smart move, but actually was misplaced, unfortunately. And the healing from the fountain probably would have out-healed the damage from the ultimate anyway. Xkera over the wall, finds Brush. A lot of damage there. Soul Shackles from Joshua. Brush gets away with a heal from Keyboarder. And now, headshot damage from Keyboarder. That's a bad place to press Zonias. Hard counter to Morgana. Caitlyn with the Zonias. Whenever you come out of it, the Caitlyn just traps you and you die. Four-kill Caitlyn. Actually down in CS right now to the Xayah, but she's got 4 kills, so she's up 75 to 5,800. So Tuller getting hit by the shockwave. Griffin is up 2 levels on him, but Klein here in a 2v1. Now hold on, make that a 2v2. TP from Powder, and now the kegs will miss. Klein in a bit of trouble. He's trying to find the kill on the Griffin here, but the Hexagon Man will be dropped down. Powder finds the kill, and Hardstuck dies in the middle lane to the tilt over Peacemaker from Keyboarder. Fine gonna miss here, and Tuller with a black shield will dash away. Powder will, whoops. I don't know what I'm doing right now with these controls. There we go. I finally hit the right button. It took a couple tries. But, a nice TP there from Powder, gonna turn around that 2v1. Now he goes in once again, but here comes Xkera. Griffin will find the kill there onto Tuller, but Xkera gonna grab it onto Powder, you'd assume. Yep, Momorado will do it. Xkera now giving chase onto Griffin here. He's got 6 kills, trying to find his 7th. And he will not, actually, as Joshua gonna grab that one, who will find his first assist. Keyboarder hitting the turret in the mid lane here. Some carry coming in with this next Rift Herald, the second one. And they will get this inner turret, I think. Yeah, Shelly? Come on, girl. Giddy up, she will get it. 19 minutes in here, the 2K gold lead right now for Akuma. That's a weird sound. I thought Senna was gonna be a lot more broken than she is. I mean, she's really good, but I thought she was gonna be even more broken than she was. Like, looking at her abilities, I thought they were gonna be insane, but the passive that like reduces her attack speed and stuff and like screws over a kit, like they did with Jhin, where Jhin like Jin's abilities aren't broken, but like the fact that his AD scales off of like, you know, attack speed and stuff, and you get these like crazy, you know, crazy high AD things. Like, his passive is what makes him good, but also like makes him, you know, balances him. The thing with like Senna is that like her kit is broken, but then her passive like makes her like only, you know, slightly overpowered. You know what I mean? Because you don't have that extra attack speed. Obviously, like the scaling from the ghouls and stuff, or the mist race or whatever they are, is like nice, but the limited attack speed like really hurts, I think. It just makes her kind of wonky to play as like an AD carry or a damage, you know, focused role. Garrett engaging here onto Powder. TP's coming in. That'll be the mid laner there. Powder will survive, but the Cataclysm comes through from some carry. Huge shockwave, but Joshua, he's in zone this entire time. We'll get bounded by the trap. Keeper finds a kill. Tuller uses the stolen Cataclysm. And we'll trap Brash, but we'll find the kill. He's no blocked by Klein here. 3 members left alive on either side. Excuse me, 3 members left alive for Akuma, 4 for lane 0. There's only 3 on screen, but the Echo's in the Dragon Pit right now. He's trying to take that one. Griffin walking over. TP gonna come through. That's from Tuller. So we'll have a 4-on-3 for the moment. As Hardstock kill go down. Keyboarder finds another kill. Klein misses that barrel combo. He's gonna go down as well. Tuller, maybe he'll dash it over the wall. Xkera will be able to. Tuller, though, that's all on cooldown. Xkera will grab the dragon and will survive, but 3 members go down for lane 0. Not what you were hoping for. Taking Baron is definitely very risky here, but possible if they'd like to try. Unfortunately, though, this time around the Jarvan isn't as tanky. So Akuma going for this damage bell on the Jarvan is actually hurting a little bit on this Baron take. He will go down, but he's actually at full health. And with the help of the Senna, he may be able to survive here. 7 kill Caitlyn as well. With Infinity at just Stormrazer. Xkera is here. Shockwave gonna miss. Xkera on to Griffin. A lot of damage put down. He has the ultimate to heal, but he's getting very low. We'll have to use it soon. We'll teleport back there. Trying to go in, but the Baron goes down, and Xkera is not in range. Good effort, but the Baron will go over here to Akuma. Now Powder going in. Flashes in. Finds the... A lot of damage there on the hard deck. He'll go down to the Cataclysm. Tooler comes in, but not enough damage to find any return kills as Powder flashes out. Joshua dies to the autos of the keyboarder. And now 4 members go down. And looks like Akuma in firm control of this game. Brash. Nope. Gets his ultimate stolen, but he finds the root and down Tooler will go. That'll be the clean ace here. And the Baron. This looks to be Akuma's game here. Firing back in game number 2. Are in firm control with a 10 kill Caitlyn. And you look across the board, Hardstuck and Cooler are 05, 07. And Xkera with 6 kills on the Echo is trying to do what he can, but the team fights have looked ugly. And you can't kill all the people. Oriana's very strong here with the Medjai's picked up now after the 10-stack Dark Seal. And it's kind of a rough situation to be in. When you have no kills on your mid or AD carry, it's a bad sign. That I will say. Oh, okay. It's a bad sign that you have no kills on your AD carry and mid laner when it's 23 minutes in the game here. As Xkera, he goes in, has to pop back out with the ultimate. Flash out from Griffin didn't seem necessary, but the Cannon Barrage did come down. Especially when you're in a 32 kill game at 23 minutes and your mid and AD carry have no kills. That is a bad sign. Some carry now face checking, but we'll place a nice ward over. And looks like Akuma just trying to move up in their jungle, in the enemy jungle here as Klein takes a lot of damage there from the keyboarder here. Again, 10 kill Caitlyn. 3 items, 3.5 items. Is that 100% crit? No, it's like 90. It's like 90. Is it 85% crit? Oh, no, it's 25%. So it is 100%. Yes, 100% crit. 100% crit Caitlyn. That hurts. Traps also set up, make it very, very difficult to move in here. And they're just sieging mid lane right now with the Camille in the side lane. The GP, or the GP. The Silas doing what he can. Xkera, though, goes in, finds one stun. Now Tooler here, he's gonna get dove. He's gonna 1v3 Hex, Nickel Lane, goes down. Zonia's, and he's dead. We'll buy a bit of time, though, on the other lanes, but this inhibitor, inner turret in the bot lane will go down. Caitlyn's still working away at the inhibitor turret in the mid lane. I'll wait now on the Silas. A rough game number 2 there. 25 minutes in here, the keyboarder continuing to work here on this inhibitor. Xkera, though, they engage. Oh, good 90 caliber net away, and Xkera will get out with his ultimate. Both sides played that very well, but in the end, no engage means that Akuma can just take the inhibitor. That's only one. I mean, if you think back to game number 1, Akuma was the one who lost 2 inhibitors on that first Baron push. LNZRO took 2. So, 1 inhibitor, I mean, not good, but hey, much better than losing 2. And honestly, Baron timed out. You only lost 1 inhibitor. You have the inhibitor turret still up in both of the side lanes here. In fact, the outer turret in the top lane. This isn't actually a bad situation to be in, considering, in my humble opinion. Ocean Drake here. Looks like they want to start it up, but have not done so quite yet. Akuma trying to play it safe here. Powder is split pushing into Silent here against Tooler. TP available for Powder, but not for Tooler just yet. Xera going in. Smite will not be there. Xera ults back over the wall. Some carry secures the Ocean Dragon. Cannon Barrage. Didn't find much either. Obviously, no poke damage matters because of the Ocean Dragon. Yeah, like they're all full health, so. Gera trying to go in again here. He's done a lot, but he's already dead. Griffin's still alive as well. Joshua flashing away. He'll die to Brash. Good damage from Hardstock here, but he's just too far behind right now to find any kills. Inhibitor turret falls here. 4 members still strong on this bot side against 2. Now a third coming in. Tooler comes back from the top side of the map here. He could find an engage. Has the ultimate to steal something. Well, the inhibitor goes down, and it looks like the slowly being whittled away. LNZRO really are just losing their base piece by piece. I do like the little rain sounds the Ocean Dragon has. Like the map for the Ocean Dragon. Oh no. Alright, well he got trapped and he died. Xcarry goes down, and this should be second Baron here for Akuma. Can't even call it out, man. He just died like 100 to 0 in 2 seconds. Now Tua looking over the wall. He does not have Smite. Yeah, I guess he's not going to steal that one. Second Baron goes over here, and that should be the beginning of the end for LNZRO. Looks like they're going to send the Jarvan mid lane here, Camille bot lane to push this in, and they have 3 members in the top lane for Akuma and just siege that way, taking out the inner turret. And the siege will really begin on the inhibitor turret. That's where it'll begin. I mean, maybe there'll be a fight in the game will end, but you can't see Klein's barrel combo. Barely does any damage. Now Klein's going to go down here. Cataclysm drops here onto Joshua. They actually find a straight kill here, 1 for 1 there. Top for jungle. Not bad to start things off. Now you've got, oh, the Caitlyn headshot damage. Oh my goodness. Keyboarder's got 12 kills on the Caitlyn. 12-0-7. There's a board, it's 3-0-18 on the Senna there. Brash and Keyboarder are ridiculously strong right now. Well, hold on. Keyboarder actually a little bit far forward. Takes a lot of damage into Joshua. His health bar just disappeared. Keyboarder firing away. The Ocean Dragon again, killing them up. And it's like, they're all full health after getting chunked out here. Oh, flash from Powder. He's going to grab one more kill. It should be the end of the game here. Tooler flashing in onto the Keyboarder. Will not be able to find the kill. Down he goes. Nexus dies. 1-1. Akuma strike back in the series. They're not done quite yet. So we'll be going to a game number 3. So I guess pick Caitlyn is the lesson, I guess. 12 kills in that one. A ridiculous amount of damage as well put down. That was scary stuff, man. $39,503 damage there. That's more than double anyone else on the enemy team had. The next closest was the Echo on the enemy team anyway. The Oriana, of course, had some damage there, but yeah, it's 40k damage in a 30-minute game. It's not bad. Not bad numbers, you know. But I think we're gonna take a short break here. We'll be back to game number 3 in like a couple minutes here. But yeah, if you thought Akuma were done, the 12 kill or 13 kill Caitlyn had something to say about it here. So we'll be back in a couple minutes here. Game number 3 coming. Akuma lane 0. Akuma will be on the blue side, so Akuma will have first pick in game number 2. We'll see if Caitlyn gets first pick or if it gets banned away. Obviously, that opens up Rise potential and Morgana. So we'll see what happens here. But Caitlyn winning both games, so maybe pick it up. We'll see. Game number 3 coming at you soon. So I don't know why it says TFT, but Akuma's on lane 0 is on the red side. So I don't know why it says that. Who knows? But Akuma is gonna be on blue side here. They're gonna first pick the Caitlyn, which I think is pretty expected, honestly. Makes a lot of sense here, but Morgana, Ashe can be put down in response, which thought the Ashe would be broken out earlier, but we'll get around to it in game number 3, I guess. Makes sense. And now the Caitlyn Sentinel will be played once again here, so Akuma get that power bot lane they want here in the Morgana once again, but this time the Ashe instead of the Xayah, which I think is a lot better, but it's still a winning lane, I think, for Akuma. Getting over 2 very, very powerful picks here. Syla's going to be taken as well by Akuma. It looks like it. Echo was good last game for lane 0, so I'd consider taking that, but they might stick with a Jarvan, yeah. So they're going to stick with the Jarvan here, which has been good for them. Honestly, taking away Sylas from lane 0 after that game number 2, I don't think is really worth. En mi opinión. I do get lonely. If you want to cast, just message me and we can do it. You can cast whenever you want, Celestial. If no one else is around and you want to cast, just let me know. Whenever you want is fine. It really it's not that hard to do. I don't know, I make it look hard, but it's not that hard. Yeah, I'm casting the Phoenix Rising League tomorrow. That's why I can't do the Sugar Free League tomorrow, is because they asked me to do the Phoenix Rising League tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, which is a best of 5, which is a slog. It always is, but it's still fun. The PRL though, they're like super rigid about their start times. So like, if the team doesn't come into if the team's not ready on time or whatever, they'll dock bans and stuff. It's like pretty. They're pretty intense over there, but they're nice. They're nice to me anyway. But looks like we gotta actually talk about the game, right? Zach picked up here for lane 0. So no lane 0 Fallen Artemis special coming up. Zach, and we've got Zach into the Jarvan, which is a good matchup, I think, because playing in other junglers like Elise Lee Sin, other like high pressure Rek'Sai, high pressure junglers, it's tough to just farm as the Zach. But with the experience changes, getting level 3 off 3 camps, and being into a Jarvan, much better game setup for the Zach here. Lane's also going to grab the Ahri here. Akali grabbed for Akuma, and now they get a blind pick top laner. Well, Akali could be top, but blind pick solo lane, I'll say. Because they know that Ahri is the mid laner, and so it'll be Aurelia. I mean, Akali or Aurelia could go either side. I wonder where they will go, mid or top. You'd assume Akali mid, Aurelia top, but they may change their minds based on what the next pick is for lane 0, right? If they pick something in the top lane they don't want the Aurelia laning into, they'll just put the Akali there. So we'll see what happens, but this is lane 0 know what everything's going on. They've set up a bit for a pick composition. They're gonna put the Malphite here. Will this be AP Malphite? It also could be a hybrid build of the Malphite, and be like AP into a more tanky build after one item, which I have seen work pretty well. Yeah, the PRL production's pretty intense. I mean, like, me personally, when I watch stuff, when I watch sports, when I watch like esports, League of Legends, and I watch Counter-Strike and StarCraft and things, but when I watch esports, like, I'm not that I don't care about production. Like, it's cool to see, like, it's cool, and I appreciate the effort people put in, but like, I don't really care, to be honest. Like, it doesn't really, like, if the production's really insane or really amazing, like, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as I can see the game, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it is pretty impressive what they've done. All right, enough throat clearing here. I think they're ready to go. Yeah, for anyone that's watching, if you play in the league, you can, if you do pro draft, you can just start right after, because I'm always with you. The delay happens, yeah. There's no delay between pro draft and the start, so it's fine. Yeah. So looks like hopefully we won't have a hookup. We've had a few. We had one in game 1 because people can't press the buttons right, but hopefully we won't have one this time. But yeah, no Rise in game 1, and people are just like, all right, we're banning it away. But Caitlyn has made it into all 3 games, and Caitlyn has won both games so far. Karthus jungle, that's a pick I would say is underrated right now. People are not picking it up. I think Karthus jungle is pretty strong. 100% you should grab it, I think. Because it's pretty flexible. Dying a bunch of times doesn't matter. As long as you can farm, I think it's fine. So, I mean, that's just my personal opinion. Is I think it should be picked more, but... Hey, we're gonna get a Malphite this game, which, like I said, it could be full AP Malphite, or it could be, like, a hybrid version or a full tank. I think my favorite version is, like, you build, like, one AP item. I forget what the item was. I'm trying to remember now. There used to be a build where you go Morello against Mundo, but there was a different build. Was it Proto Belt in a tank? But it was like you go one AP item and then you go tank basically, and then you go into like Abyssal Mask and stuff. But yeah, if anyone listening in on the stream wants to cast, you can go to our Discord and message. You can message me if you want, or you can message Fallen, whoever's online if you want to talk. I'm not online very often, but I check Discord because like I don't have Discord open on my computer, but I check it. So if you want to contact me, go ahead, do that in Discord. Go in, you can find us. It's yeah, if you want to cast. Pretty much anyone can. Especially if you can stream. If you can stream, even all the better. But if you just want to cast, no experience required. As long as you don't say bad words on stream, it's cool. And are nice to everyone. That's all we ask. Do that, and anyone can cast. It's all good. We would love to have you, so go ahead, do that. Just message us and we'll get it all sorted out, and you can cast. So, yeah, there's not much more to say than that. I don't know. We just want to We just want to do as many games as possible because the Sugar Free League is like, it's a lot of great people, but we just don't have like the manpower to cast every single game because I'm doing stuff. You know, we used to have like 3 or 4 other people who would actually stream, and we used to have like, I think at one point we had like 10 or 11 casters or something that would like rotate in, and then we just, everyone, you know, got busy with other stuff, boomed on to other things, and so we've just kind of lost people. So we'd love to have new people cast with us, as long as you're nice, to, you know, polite to everyone. Anyone can do it. But we actually got a series on our hands. 1-1 LNZRO versus Akuma Sabers, and LNZRO have the advantage, right? They've got the Caitlyn, or Akuma rather, have the Caitlyn. I forgot to change the. Whoopsie. It's the production back again. It's the I Am Not Kios top-notch production. Everyone knows and loves. But Akuma have the advantage now with the Caitlyn Senna lane, I think. Ash Morgana is definitely much better lane to play into Caitlyn than a Xayah lane because of the range. But the Caitlyn, I think, has been so dominant this series. The Caitlyn Senna is ridiculously powerful. And you have a Zac, which is a jungler that's not very intent on ganking early. Now maybe like level 4 he'll go for one. If you're able to control the vision in the river, you can get over and maybe make something happen. But really, there is no real threat on the Akuma bot lane. Ahri's not an early roamer. She can roam, but she won't do it in the first couple levels. It's more of an after 6 kind of thing for her, generally. So there's really not much threat on the Akuma Sabers bot lane at all. And they have a massive advantage in the 2v2, I think. Not massive, but a significant one, where you just don't really stand up to them on the Ash Morgana. It just, you know, when you have 2 evenly skilled bot lanes, you're just not going to be as powerful, I think. But the rest of the map, if you look for, you know, LNZRO, where the strengths lie, they have some pretty crazy engage there. Zac and Malphite going in, you know, Ash Arrow, they have a ton of pick potential with Ash Ahri, and then the crazy engage from Malphite Zac is big too. And the worry is, like, in team fights, can Caitlyn Senna stay safe? Because they don't have a lot of mobility. Aurelia, Kali, do. And Jarvan, you know, he'll probably build tanky or at least semi-tanky, and you know he's got a little bit some ways to you know dodge engage. But that is a concern, right? Malphite Zac, they find Caitlyn Senna, then you know there's still plenty of damage for Akuma. But if you open that up and you're able to find that bot lane, that could be a big engage. So we'll see. But I kind of favor Akuma out of this draft. I'm gonna be honest. I think that they secured a much better bot lane, and Caitlyn has been so powerful for both sides. Both games. So we'll see here. Obviously, you know, if you group as 5 and Malphite ults you, you can lose a game that way. So we'll see. But yeah, should be starting in just a second here. Spectre delays timing out, and I think I got all the labels figured out. So yeah, I finally got them this time. Let's see. Yeah, if you do message me in Discord during the games, by the way, I won't be able to respond to them because I have to close Discord and stuff. So I'm trying to maximize that bandwidth so the stream doesn't lag. So I try and close everything, but yeah, I check it after the game. So if you ever want to send me stuff, I will try and my best to respond. If you want to reach me, do it on Discord or my email. Either of those work. All right, and oh, hold on. I thought something was strange here. We haven't had a pause yet. And it's not a sugar-free league series if you don't have a pause. At the beginning of the game especially. That's the classic sugar-free league pause, is directly at the start of the game. Looks like Brash wants to plug his Instagram. Damn. Didn't know he was Instagram famous. Maybe he can sell some laxative teas, get a sponsorship going. I'm gonna tell a story. I hope my sister's okay with me telling this one. But my sister had a roommate, and she like kept seeing all those ads on Instagram. If you're not familiar, all the people who are like get Instagram famous, the way that one of the main ways they make money is they sell sponsorship posts basically. And a very common one is like this like herbal laxative tea that's like advertised as like a weight loss tea, but it's just like a laxative tea. And so her roommate was like, I've seen it so much, like I have to try it, right? So she like ordered the tea, and then apparently she like drank it, like just like one, I think it was like just 1 cup or something. And she just like, my sister said she was on the toilet for like just like a week straight because she drank it. So so don't buy those and drink them, apparently, is the lesson we learn. But yeah, that's my one weird story for the series. Oh, we got new people. Hey, chat's going again. New people here. Hello, Nazarene. How are you doing? Yeah, it is very much an NA internet, 100%. Like I said, I think I'm gonna move. So, I think I'm gonna move in the next couple months, so my internet will get a lot better. But, like I've said this before, but I don't actually have a physical access to the internet. So, like, I have a desktop PC, but I had to buy like an extra part to actually have like Wi-Fi, because I can't hook up to like physically to the to the router. Like, there's no. I can't do it. There's no like, they didn't run it in my house because when they built the building, they like, internet didn't exist. Well, it existed, but it wasn't like commonplace in homes. And then when they actually installed the first modem, they just never ran it throughout the house. It was in one place. So there's just no internet. No cables, no Ethernet cables. So yeah, it's like, it's literally in one room, and I can't put my computer in that room, so because it's literally on like the corner of the house too, so the router is in the corner of the house. So like, when you like are in the when you're in the opposite side of like the building, you're just like, you don't have any, there's no internet connection. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but I used to play. So when I first like got my computer, I I like played, and like I had like over 100 ping on because I was in the corner of the house. Yeah, fun times. Little invade there, a couple wards thrown down, but nothing crazy. Do have a an orange Zac this time around. Which again, I don't know why Riot Games isn't making a chroma for Zac of every color. Like, why aren't they doing that? It's free money. Yeah, I had 100 ping because I was in the corner of the building, like as far, literally as physically far away from the router as you could be. So I had like 100 ping, and it wasn't because like the connection to the server was a problem. It was literally like it was just so freaking far away. I just like would like just lose the connection. It was ridiculous. So that's why, especially when there's like multiple people on the internet as well, that's when the stream lags. It's because of that, because I just like there's just not enough bandwidth. But yeah, hopefully I'm moving in the next couple months. We'll see if it gets better. Hopefully it will. Hopefully I have a better situation there. But I don't know yet, so we'll see. As yeah, this Caitlyn Senna bot lane getting absolutely like, or excuse me, the Ashe Morgana is getting dumpstered. The Caitlyn Senna is doing really well. Like, already chunking them out, potions taken. Like, that's going to be a tough lane, I think. It's lethal tempo and guardian as well, so they're not trying to like fight poke with poke. It's just like we're going to play safe in bot lane here. Hard stuck in Joshua, not playing for the lane at all, really. Yeah, Malphite into Aurelia lane. There's a lot of true and magic damage though, but right now Klein's actually winning the trade here. Gordon though has that Conqueror proc, gonna get some healing through now, and Klein, he might find the kill. He will. The first blood. Now a problem in the jungle there. Axkara, he's already in that passive TP hole for actually no, Klein's dead. He died to the minions, I think. And now Griffin, he's gonna get charmed up by Tuller in the shroud, and it looks like some carry coming over the wall. They may find the kill into Tuller. No, the turret gonna ward them away. So Tuller will survive, but Axkara goes down to the jungle through his passive, which is not great. And I was talking about how the Zac can struggle in the early game. I was saying, oh, there's no Lee Sin, you know, it's fine, right? But no, the Jarvan just comes in, finds that solo kill. So not a great start. They trade kills in top lane, but lose the jungle, so not a great start. But Akuma are happy with it. They're coming in, flying in a flash out from the stun. He's flashing back in the minion wave, and now Powder getting very low, but oh, the healing from that corrupting potion is big, and Klein will go down. Some carry and Powder combined for that one. A nice gank, and now this is a tough lane for the Malphite with 2 kills on that Aurelia. Yeah, TP wouldn't be bad, I think, in the bot lane for Hardstuck and Joshua. I think the reason you would argue against TP is that if you have TP, that means you probably don't have heal. Although you could take heal on the support. And if you don't have heal, you're potentially just dying as soon as you get trapped by something. So, no, it's totally like, there's totally valid to go TP. I just think that Healing Knight is a bit safer in terms of the 2v2. It actually gives you potential to win the 2v2 if your like jungler comes to gank, or there's a 3 situation with the junglers coming down. So situational here, but the Zac coming in, I don't know what that was, but not a gank really. Hardstuck though, he's getting a little flash in, and Brash gonna grab the kill through the Ignite and the auto. Josh now, he's gonna get rooted, flashes away. Axkara comes in, gonna find the stretching strike. A lot of damage being put down onto Brash. Axkara will get the kill, has no passive, flashing in for the heal on the Blobleth, but some carry over the wall. Keyboarder grabs the kill to pilt over Peacemaker. That's 1 kill on the Caitlyn. Brash picks up his, goes down, but that's 5-2 in total now, and this is a big lead here. I mean, not bigger than we had in games 1 and 2 here. Akuma up now over lane 0. 1,700 gold at 5.5 minutes is a pretty big lead to me anyway. Akuma are looking good here. They drafted, I think, stronger soul lanes, a stronger jungle, and a stronger bot lane, you know, like in terms of just the 1v1 sense. What LNZRO did was they drafted much more for grouping, like skirmishes and team fight scenarios. That's what they did with their team comp. But unfortunately, I think the way the games play out in the Sugar Free League, but also just in general in the meta right now, are much more focused on the laning phase. You know, if you can get a big lead early on, that can just set people so far behind, I think. And it's so hard to recover from. You know, like what we had in game 1 with Izaya going down early, and then she ended up coming back is a very rare sight, usually in this league. Where if someone falls very far behind, they become just useless for the rest of the game. Well, we Blade the Rune King, it looks like. Vamps have already picked up for Heartstock, but they're going to be in a bit of trouble here. Sun Carry coming in. The Captain's going to land, finds Heartstock and Joshua. Keyboarder looking for another kill, but Sun Carry grabbed this one. Joshua? The kill will be gifted over to the Keyboarder in the end. Took a bit, but they get it. Now 2-on-2 on the Caitlyn. This game is already sprawling out of control here for LNZRO. And now Powder finds the ultimate here on decline. Unstoppable. Force used, but that's going to be a kill for Powder here. And will not die the minions this time around. 3 kills now for the Aurelia. The most in the game. But it's still early. Only 7.5 minutes in. Zach looking for the gank in the mid lane. Only level 5. Griffin will dash away. Lands a charm. Tuller has no mana, though. Dashing back through. Griffin uses his ultimate. And all the mobility in the mid lane. Everyone gets away. 8-2 in kills. The gold lead now 4,000. A little less than that. About 3,800. 3,800 gold. That, I mean, that's just massive at this stage in the game. Zach will reach level 6 shortly here, but is a bit behind this Jarvan. Warrior Jarvan once again from Some Carry with that Electrocute. He's gone for more damage-focused Jarvan as opposed to the tank from Axcara. Axcara played the Echo there in game number 2 as well, and so well, but they didn't draft it this time around. They got the Zac instead, so playing a bit more of the team fighty role and a supportive role for his team, which was the entire point of this draft for LNZRO, but they're having a real tough time just getting through this lane phase. Top and bot right now are in a bit of a rough state. Mid is just even, but 2 losing lanes is a bit much. Oh, here comes an Ash Arrow. Gonna find the keyboard here. Oh, it will come down from Brash to get some shielding, but not gonna be enough. A big shutdown kill there. Klein flashes out from the casual on the top side, and he will survive. The ultimate was on cooldown for just another second or two there. Griffin goes into the Shroud here. Will get away from the Zac. But in the bot lane, a nice kill there onto the Caitlyn. They get a shutdown, but the Rift Herald summon in the top side, and LNZRO now are going to lose a lot of gold there, as Klein going to have to use the ultimate to get away from Powder there. And the first turret will go down here. Only 9 minutes in. That's all platings. We're just shy of 10 minutes now. So that's all platings, and first turret going over there. Powder is ridiculously strong now, as Some Carry will steal away the Krugs. Brash trying to hold away, but Joshua throwing in the Shield Shackles. And there will be no kill there, as Tuller, he gets knocked up in the jungle, dashing away, has one more, and won't be able to get out, but that should be a red buff steal as well. Topside jungle is gone. Actually, oh, going in, Axcara will not get the smite. Some Carry gets it. 2-level advantage there in the jungle. Axcara has the passive, will get proc, Klein has TP, but I don't know if he wants to go in. He will get TP and save the ball, but Tuller flashes in, finds the shutdown there onto Some Carry. Xkera flashing out from Powder. He's actually getting very low. It looks like Xkera might survive. Fine full health coming in on to Gordon. Cooler getting low, but Griffin will grab that kill there, and Powder will go down. So a two for one overall. The TP used by Klein, but that's a big play topside there for LNZRO. I think 100% good for them. As the keyboard and Brash trying to make a play. Flash and headshot. That's a dead Hardstuck. That's a dead Joshua. Double kill for keyboard, and 4 kills now on this Caitlyn, which has been pivotal in this series. The winner in both games has been the team with the Caitlyn. This game, I mean, it looks to be entirely in Akuma's favor, but there have been sparks for LNZRO moments where they've done a good job. And, you know, I see Tula has 2 kills, and that topside play was really nice. That pick onto the Ashe was good as well, but or Caitlyn rather, by the arrow from the Ashe. But gonna lose the dragon now. And there will be a second Reptile summon, or second Reptile spawn. So that could be big as well. Ocean will come in. And we get the new Ocean lanes, which all 3 games in this series have been Ocean. I like, what? All 3 games have been Ocean Dragons. Couple minutes of reprieve, maybe, because Akuma doesn't really have ways to continue to break open the game, I think, necessarily. And they have the siege of the Caitlyn, but they don't have any neutral objectives to take, and sieging this stage in the game is kind of difficult. But maybe they can continue to push, I don't know. There's still platings available here. 1 plating left in the bot lane, 4 in the mid lane. 25 to 20. I mean, at 5k gold lead at 13 minutes for Akuma here. It's a yikes for me, dog. Oh, that's a bug. There's supposed to be grass there. Some carry standing in grass right now, but it's not shown on the screen. It's just showing flowers. That's weird. Well, preseason bugs, I guess. A lot of damage by keyboard. Damn. Turret will go down soon as well. There it goes. Some Grays hop back out, but they get the second turret there in the bot lane.
Turret plating will fall soon.
So 2-0 in turrets. The goal lead even larger now. Again, no neutral objectives for a while, but a couple minutes anyway. The Rift Child spawning relatively soon, but there's not much else happening on the map. So now it's just a battle of defensive vision, I guess. Not much else LNZRO can do at this point. Just place down these defensive control wards. They're going in. Akuma will dash out. There's some carry trying to get out. Slow from Tooler. They find the charm on the keyboard. There's the unstoppable force from Klein. TP coming in, though. This is going to be Griffin coming in. He's in the Shroud here, but already a lot of damage on him. Oh, he's going to find the kill. Charmed up, but he's able to get out. And now the Captain in the backline. Some carries found the kill onto Tooler. And Joshua, he's left alone in 2v1 situation. Klein, flash from Brash will miss, but he will get the follow-up snipe there. And that's a clean ace. That's an ace pre-15. 2 go down for Akuma. Unfortunately, the Caitlyn falls, which is big pickup there. But they still win a fight, get an ace pre-50 minutes, and they'll get a lot of damage on this mid lane tower. Should kill it, I think. Between Brash and some carry, yeah, should get it. So an outer tower will go down the mid lane. But again, thanks for coming in, watching, guys. Appreciate it here. It looks like game number 3 may be a bit shorter than some of the other ones, but LNZRO again have played decently defensively. pass, so we'll see if they can do that again. But Akuma are continuing to just... Oh, the steal from Joshua on the red buff. Oof. Some carry's tilted. That's a mental go boom play. Yeah, the problem with the 04 Ash is not so much that the outer is the 04 Ash. The problem is that he's not playing Yasuo, so he doesn't have the 10 deaths power spike, is really the problem. But we're gonna have another pause. Like I said, Sugar-Free League series. Kios, can you say Fluke's me? Let's see. Yeah, I'm actually just gonna go to the intermission screen real quick, in case they say something they shouldn't. I didn't see anyone DC, so I'm not exactly sure what the pause is about. But maybe someone just needed to use the bathroom or something and couldn't hold it. But Brash wants to tell Fluke that he's a mean owner though. So I will pass that knowledge along. Yeah, gonna be I think unpaused in a bit here. Yeah, should be another minute or two. Not gonna be the longest pause we've ever had in the Sugar-Free League. The stories I could tell. Is Akuma a salaried team? What do they get? Do they get paid? Is Fluke selling out? That's what I have to know. You pay Akuma players 10 kisses a day. If they win, they get paid. Can I get sponsored by Akuma? I'd like some hugs. Can I get some hugs? Will Fluke hug me? Oh, if they win tourneys because of the prize pool? Ah, okay. So it looks like we are waiting on Xcara has some stuff to take care of. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. But yeah, we're gonna be paused for now. I can get sponsored by Akuma? Yes. I can play any position. I'm a fill player. Ah, okay. Yeah, I gotta get on Akuma. See, the problem is that I never took solo queue seriously, so I'm like not a good player. I played video games for fun, man. I went out. I see that the problem is in my youth I used to go outside. So I didn't get good at video games. I played sports outside, and then I played sports inside. then I played video games. Looks like we're on pause though. Everything's good. Your Rifto gonna be taken by Akuma. Yeah. So if you want me to cast Akuma games, I totally will. You just need to save. If I can't do them live, you need to save the gameplay files or get like or like capture the video files. You know, like spectate and capture them. I'll totally cast them if you want. There's a message in Sugar-Free League General that I tagged all the team captains, which maybe was the wrong thing to do. It's okay, announcer. I don't even know what's going on. I'm just trying to be supportive. Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I don't know what's going on either. Man, I'm just here for the ride. Xkera going in. Ash Arrow gonna land. Nice stun, but some carry now has nothing happened when the Ash Arrow landed, so I don't know. Ocean Dragon has spawn. They're gonna go ahead and drop that Rift Herald in the mid lane, and now it looks like kind of a difficult situation for lane 0. They're trying to start this dragon, but there's a Rift Herald walking down mid lane. A TP coming in. They're gonna get blocked, and this is gonna be bad for lane 0. TP flash away from Powder, but now they're split up. Lane 0 is in a bit of a different place here. Cooler already getting low, dashes over the wall, trying to get back to his team. Griffin goes down. This lane 0 is doing well in this team fight, but now their top laner goes down. Klein is dead. It's a 4v3, and lane 0 are actually in the advantage right now, but they are low on health on 2 of their members. So Akuma, with the Rift Herald, they got a lot of damage on the mid lane inner turret. They weren't able to find the kill. And now on to the Ocean Dragon, Akuma goes. It looks like lane 0 is just going to reset, but not a bad fight for them, considering how far behind they are in gold right now. Not bad at all. Ash also gets complete that Blade of the Rune King. Yeah, Fluke, if you want to have me catch a game, totally, I'll do it. Just, yeah, give me the VODs and stuff. Message me on Discord. We'll, I can do it. I promise I won't flame you. Another 2 minutes before Baron here. We got an 8k goal lead, roughly, for Akuma, so... They're still very clearly in the lead here. 2-item Caitlyn, Stormrazor, Infinity Edge. To a Blade of the Rune King, Ashe. Not good. But again, the power right now lies for lane 0 in the team fight. The composition, that's really what it's supposed to thrive on. And then last fight actually went very, very well for them, considering they kind of got boxed in. They were getting flanked. They played that really, really well. So if they can actually play the team fights well, they can make up for that goal deficit. He's in the hole, gonna find a lot of damage on 2 or 3 members from Akuma chasing him. Keyboarder, not gonna quite find the trap he needs, but a lot of damage put down on Cooler, and that'll be a dash, and they'll find the kill there. The Aurelia I thought might get it, but nope. Keyboarder gonna grab it, securing that kill. 20 minutes coming up soon, so the Baron will be available, and we've seen the Caitlyn teams take Baron very early on, even without the the Olden mountains. Oh, flash in, Climb with a big engage. Here comes Xkera as well. That's already 1 member deleted. Keyboarder down. Now some carry pops out. Griffin, he's in the middle of 3. Flash out from him. Pops away. Okay, it looks like only the Keyboarder will go down. A good disengage there, but only on Brash flashes away there from Xkera's last slingshot. Well done. Now lane 0, they come back actually. Like I said, this team fight pick potential from them, pretty good. Now they're gonna at least be able to establish vision on this Baron, but they're actually gonna start it up here. Blade of the Rune King, a great item at taking Baron, but Ashe, not a great item to carry necessarily at doing. Not like others. Low on mana there at R, like this is a risky play from lane 0. The engage gonna come through. Some carry is on Xkera. In the back line, Powder gonna find the kill onto the support. Griffin and Brash gonna grab the kill onto the Zac. And in the back line, some carry, he's found all the kills. Just 1 member left now for lane 0. It's Klein. And lane 0, yep, not the right call to go for Baron there. And down they go. Akuma back on top after losing their AD carry there in that play in the mid lane. They come back, lose their top laner, but they get 5 members in exchange for it. Now Akuma on the Baron. Baron can't get any rest, man. Don't think they'll be able to respawn in time. Zac's alive now. There's 4k left on it. But yeah, I don't think there's any chance he can make it there in time. Unless, I don't know, maybe he was Sonic. Perhaps he could do it. But that'll be secured Baron there for Akuma. And You know, the team that takes Baron is 1, especially the team that takes Baron with Caitlyn. This is a difficult situation to come back from, for sure. But again, the team fight pick potential here. One thing that is a detriment when you take Baron is that the initial like reaction, all right, we're going to send 4 members mid lane, we'll send our Aurelia the side lane, she'll push it in. Sometimes you can find a free pick because the team with Baron will get a little sloppy and not push in sync with each other, or get a little spread out, not have good vision. So there's ways to find picks, you know. But it is a bit difficult. Thank you for subscribing, Celestial. We appreciate it. And, yeah, my Christmas bonus, I don't get paid, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. as long as you give me a hug, that's all the Christmas bonus I want, Celestial. I just want your love and affection. Cooler's gonna get hit with the ace in the hole. A lot of damage coming through. Will not go down. The ultimate. Cooler will dodge that one. No pick there.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
How long a cooldown is that Sen ultimate? It's decent now. It's like an average cooldown. Nice scare though. He's found Griffin in the side lane with 3. There's 2 of his buddies here. Lane 0 though in trouble. Griffin finds a return kill. A double kill. Now Josh with the only one left alive. That'll be 3 members dead for lane 0. And now Griffin, he's looking for more, but I doubt he'll find it. Powder throwing down the lap. And this game is all but over here. Flash, I don't know what's going on now. The ultimate was thrown down, the unstoppable force from Klein, and Powder will grab the kill. He'll die to the turret though, so 1 for 1 there. Bot-lane inhibitor going down, and Akuma still pushing there with the Baron. TP available for Powder to join out of the fountain when he revives. Scary going in, he lost a slingshot. Not going to find his mark. Griffin goes into the Zonius here, but he's a little deep. He'll go down. The turret going to get vision on him, and now Akuma going to kite back. There's only 3 members left alive here. Powder is still dead for quite a while. Strong going to miss from Tooler there, and some carrier will continue to auto Joshua. The Black Shield will save the knockup, but not the damage. Joshua will go down and catch him on a Tooler. He'll dash out there with... Oh, the ace in the hole from Keyboarder. The Spirit Rush wasn't enough. Ace in the hole does a ridiculous amount of damage now. The Dawning Shadow doesn't do much, but the shields are pretty big, and this is going to be Akuma's game here. The fastest one of the series. A 9-kill Caitlyn this time. Not as many as game number 3, but that'll be the series. Akuma going to take it 2-1. And certainly a series that came down to who got the Caitlyn. That team won. All 3 games, Caitlyn was picked. All 3 games, the team with Caitlyn won. Obviously, it's a little bit more complicated than that, but clearly Caitlyn and Rise, 2 picks to look out for throughout the rest of the season, at least, but you know, assuming there are no changes in the coming weeks, especially this week. Going to be very important to see who gets those champions. But the Caitlyn was the answer for both sides this time around. But yeah. Yeah, GG, well played to both teams. Like I said, there'll be a series to Saturday. No series tomorrow. I'm busy tomorrow. Unfortunately, I'm casting for another league because they asked me to. So I said, okay. I'd love to. So there won't be a Sugar Free League stream. There'll be one on Saturday, though, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me check who that is real quick. It'll be Imperial Black Knights versus Lane 0. So we get to see Lane 0 again, which obviously an important series for Lane 0. They've fallen behind now. Going to be in second place. 10-3 is Akuma and 9-4 is Lane 0. So, you know, getting a series back under their belt, another win would be nice for them to stay, you know, in the top of the standings. Now they got to worry about, you know, the people coming up to try and take that second seed here. But well played here. Both sides. And Akuma now hold the solo spot in first place. So good on you guys. Well played. Again, LNZRO, Akuma both did a great job. And I'm glad we got that pause at the end. I was a little panicky, right? Because if we didn't have it, well, I'd feel so out of my element. But we got it in at the end here. Again, thanks to Celestial for subscribing. Hopefully that will be my Christmas bonus. Who knows? I could maybe buy a sandwich. I'd really enjoy that. Actually, I don't even know. Can you even buy a sandwich with $2.50 now? I don't think you can. What can you buy with $2.50 now in the U.S.? Jesus Christ. Inflation, man. But thank you guys. Again, if you want to cast me, Celestial, anyone else who wants to cast for the Sugar Free League, just go ahead, join the Discord, and message me or Fallen Artemis. You can also message Trevor, and he'll just pass you along. But yeah, message me. It's fine. Even if I'm not online, I'll come online later that day and respond to you. Just do that, and we'll set up a time, stream, whatever. Don't have to have any experience. None required. As long as you, generally know what League of Legends is, you can come cast with us. It's cool. Hot dog in a New York pizza slice. Oh, yeah, you can get a pizza slice. I was thinking about sandwiches, because sandwiches are like $5 now. I saw a sandwich. There was a sandwich for $15 I saw recently. $15 sandwich. And it had a lot of toppings, not toppings, but it had a lot of stuff on it. But it's crazy, man. It's crazy too, because if you went to the grocery store and made yourself a sandwich, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, okay. If Akuma hold on one second. I'm gonna mute the audio right quick, because I wanna talk to Akuma for a sec. All right, we're back here. We've got Akuma. They want to do an interview, and they've got some stuff to say, I guess.
Toilet.
Yeah.
Toilet.
Hey,
The
man.
Toilet was having a tough series. It seemed like he was losing to Ornn, then he went 0-9, and then he went back to the RE. I don't know. He's supposed to be the best player on this team. He kind of, I don't know. And then I don't know. It just looks like every single team in this league is just miles below us.
They picked Klein, a champ that required a little bit of skill to survive, and then they lost.
Yo, lanes are without Indigo though. That's the biggest difference.
Yeah, it's rough, dude.
And we had to steal their player, Powder.
It's tough because they upgraded their jungle, but then they really, really downgraded ADC, so they're way worse now.
You guys said you're miles beyond every other team, but you lost the game this series.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
okay, wow, we lost
Did
one.
you see our support? Our support was running it down.
Yeah, did you see what we did?
Brash. Let me explain. So we knew that Tuller has a huge ego, so we just wanted to make him play really bad the next few games.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
we were just giving him a free win, just so that it was just a guaranteed next few games.
So you say if you lose a game to Tuller, you think he gets overconfident, and then you exploit that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why he went 0-9 the next game.
That's why he picked Silas and ran it down.
Yeah, he went 0-9 the next game.
Yeah, did you think, is a Silas not a good pick, or is that all on Tuller? Are you saying he's a bad player?
It's a mixture of both. I mean, he played it pretty poorly because he picked counter pick into me, but that champ's also just bad. I mean, it showed in laning phase he countered. Yeah, I think he's pretty bad.
Is Echo jungle good, or do you guys just think you guys were just inting to the jungle too because you wanted to get him overconfident?
I think there was a couple ints into the jungle. I think my boy some carry here decided he wanted a 1v2 mid lane. Got him a little head early.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I mean, they had no engage on that team. We were not worried. They had no way of really getting on us, and they only had one damage threat. Our comps were their comps were just bad. In the first game, we would have been able to outscale if we didn't give their bot lane such a big lead and have a bad fight around the dragon.
So you get
tomorrow we'll 2-0 Gothboy click.
True. Are you gonna be casting that game or
Again?
the PRO game?
I won't be here tomorrow. I'm casting the Saturday game though. I'm casting Lane 0 again against.
Bro, cast a Saturday PRO game so you can watch me again.
Yeah, well, they said they asked me to do Friday, so I said okay.
You
I
said
I'm just
I-
hoping there's not too many bugs that show up in our game tomorrow.
We're gonna pick Talia.
You're gonna pick Talia. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, did you not hear the last time we played them?
What happened?
They picked Talia and they said there was too many bugs and wanted a rematch.
After
And Griffith called him a rock eating gremlin. He was saying that's where the Talia cues went.
You guys are a little. This is
We're a very
borderline. This is
talkative team.
borderline toxic, yeah.
Bro, we're only 20.
We're backing
come
it
on,
up.
Is
Yeah,
I
you
want to see a team put us in our place.
is Caitlyn good now, or is it just happenstance that she won every game?
RDC really likes it because
Yeah, I
of
think
Storm
Caitlin's
Razor.
really good right now.
Storm
This
Razor
new Storm
changes.
Razor is really good.
Is it Storm Razor good on everyone or just Caitlyn? I don't play
Just
any
Caitlyn.
carry. I don't know.
I think it's good on a couple champs, on like Tristana.
Oh, yeah, Kaisa.
Caitlyn. Yeah. The slow is really crazy for getting picks. And Caitlyn's got such long range, it makes the plays really easy.
Yeah,
What
I
about
got
the
hit by
Senna?
that slow and solo queue, and I'm like, what the hell just happened? Like, I can't move. It's ridiculous.
And we
People
picked,
get on
we
green
knew
too.
Caitlyn Senna was a really like dominant bot lane because Senna's really oppressive to play against, and Caitlyn's really oppressive.
So what do you think you would pick in? Do you think that like Caitlyn Senna, you just can't give it to people, or is it like there are things? I'm
You
not
have to pick
asking you to give
something,
away your
engage, and
secrets.
play around it.
Silver Nautilus.
Sure or not?
Yeah, you pick something that can go in, and then you pick a try to play around it.
Something that shits on Caitlyn, which is
Because
Silver.
they're not very mobile, so you can gank them.
Yeah, that makes sense, right? Yeah, there's no mobility. The camouflage too has like a delay, so it's hard to proc early. Yeah, quickly.
I guess the only team that can beat us is a staff team with Fallen Artemis on there, and you.
And me?
Yeah,
Have you seen me play the game?
sure.
Well, I'm just
Or
assuming
will
no
they
other
play?
team can, so.
Dude, I'm all brain, no hands. That's the problem for me. Like I was
That's David too.
I was telling the stream earlier, like I used to go outside as a kid, which was a mistake, so I'm not good at video games.
Lol.
True.
So, yeah.
Yeah, we used to eat rocks when we
Yeah.
were younger.
I've been practicing eating lots of rocks so my Talia Qs don't disappear this game tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, like Talia Qs though, like those rock eating gremlins certainly can get you, so you got to be careful of that. I can understand that, you know what I mean? So I mean, like I think really what we need to get is just like the chrono break technology, so we can go back, you know. That's really what we need, so that when
I mean, they wanted to
go.
go back. He kept calling bugs after he got solo killed. Man, I mean, if that game, I'll give you the rundown. They started off getting 3 kills. My bot lane jungle, they kind of ran in and gave 3 kills to the mid lane. Then their mid laner gets solo killed, Talia versus Kale. Don't know how that happens. He calls a bug. And then I get a quadra, he calls a bug. I'm playing Kale into Talia, and I'm solo killing this dude.
Hey,
he
and this
wants
had
to call
divisible
bugs.
Caitlyn traps too. That was weird.
There is a bug with Caitlyn traps though. That is actually.
No, we were putting
Yeah,
him
but
in
it's not
dead Ornn
game
bodies.
breaking.
We were putting him in dead Ornn bodies.
Oh, you can hide them. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
They said they wanted a chrono break or something. I don't know if they wanted
Yeah.
Fallen to code something up real quick for them.
We'll call up Riot Games. Their support team's pretty responsive. So.
True.
But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Anything else to say before we go for the night?
Love you.
Love you too. Does anyone else want to say it? Say it back.
Love you.
Love you. All right, bye guys. See
Bye.
See ya, man.
see you next week, hopefully.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
bye.
All right. Thank you guys. Good game. Lane 0, Akuma. They clearly are very confident. Now sit solo in first place, so they're doing quite well and calling out a 2-0 against Gothboy Click tomorrow as well. So we won't have that game, but we will have one on Saturday, 8 p.m. EST. And thank you very much. If you want to find me, I'm not Kios. That's me. That's the guy who's been talking the entire time. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube. You can search it up. Again, if you want to cast for the Sugar Free League, find me on Discord. There's the link in the below the stream here. You just click on the Discord thing. It's an invite. If you want to donate to Sugar Free League, go ahead, do that. Another link below the stream. And, of course, you have our website as well. So all the stuff there. Thank you again for watching. It means a lot. You guys come out, watch us, stick around, and support the league and whatnot. Because you know, it's just a bunch of people having fun and trying to create a cool community and whatnot. I don't know. I appreciate it. Thanks. Awkward outros every time, I know, but thank you very much. We'll see you guys tomorrow, Saturday, on Saturday at 8 p.m. Thank you and good night.